Super hard not to.
We're live. Why is my chat not? It's like not showing up over there, but it's showing up over here.
Are you in top chat?
No, it's just not showing up at all in the dashboard.
Like in OBS?
No, in YouTube's dashboard.
Oh.
It's showing up in OBS.
Stuttering.
It's stuttering.
I'm still seeing buffering in YouTube.
Ugh.
So I think it's your net, unfortunately.
Punchy McPunch Punch.
What if we did this like the CR way and we recorded it?
That's what I was thinking about doing, honestly. Because I don't know what's going on with my internet, I'm not gonna lie.
There's a lot of benefits to it, you know?
There is.
But we can get through this. I'm sure that it'll even out. Sometimes it just takes a little bit for everything to like catch up.
Also, we
up,
don't
yeah.
have a Eureka.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it-
sorry.
No,
I think that
you're
I
good.
forked it.
You're good.
So wait, can I or can I not take my pants off?
I mean,
You should already have them off. Is what we're saying.
Why are they on?
yeah,
We're streamers. We're like news broadcasters. Nobody
right?
never wear
Everything
pants.
from the top
And
up.
you're
You know what I mean?
hardwired to your gateway, right? You're not Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm hardwired in.
Plugged in, good to go.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wow.
reset my Wi-Fi. Nobody can hear me. I don't know why I'm bothering.
I can hear
Nobody,
you.
No, I mean in chat.
Oh,
Nobody
but
can hear
look at
me.
them showing up.
I know.
They're here. I know. It's so nice.
It's so nice that they're
Sounds like you're
here.
coming
They
through
came over.
the stream perfectly fine.
What if you drop your bit rate?
I don't know
Do
if
you
I
have another
can.
Ethernet cable you can change between your PC and
It's
gateway?
not. It's not the cable.
Oh, do this.
Huh.
Oh, it's not your ingest server. Never mind. Then you're not on Twitch.
Yeah, the stream voice like.
They said that they can hear us though.
They can hear us,
Yeah.
They can
which
hear
is
us.
good.
Hell,
can't-
you're
Oh, you
fantastic.
can. It sounds good, actually. That's
Audio.
Yeah.
strange.
Oh, nice. Cool.
I pulled
Well,
the-
everybody, close your eyes.
Yeah, close your eyes, chat.
Everybody,
Right?
chat.
We
Close
love
your
you
eyes.
and we
Reach to the
appreciate
left
you.
of you.
Open
and
your
tell-
ears. Close
Wait.
your eyes. We're gonna do a little story times. Okay?
yeah,
The last time that was said to me. No.
video is
It
garbage.
wasn't a pleasant surprise.
Last time that was said
Um,
to me, I woke up next to Theo and it was awkward.
I wonder
Yeah,
if
I
I
mean,
just.
honestly, it's podcast style.
Man.
I've listened to plenty of CR
That's what you would
episodes.
wake up next to.
I'm gonna
JD.
try. I'm gonna try
I love
doing
it.
this and see what happens.
Audio is fine. Video is
But I shaved my
Yeah.
legs. for
But
this
I
stream.
shaved my legs for this.
Shaved my legs for this stream.
yeah.
You did
Just-
much more than I did.
Like one thing, do you think that it is running the Ninja and the
might
and
be.
Discord? You know, like
Yeah.
can we do?
We can
Something with that?
try.
Doing audio through Ninja.
Yeah, let's try doing audio through Ninja. Give me just a second to make sure that it's routed to
Okay.
the right
We'll
place.
Kill Discord then.
I will
Yeah,
have
kill
to
Discord.
reconnect
Kill on Discord.
to-
Okay.
Die, Discord.
kids.
Die.
Die, Discord. All right. Unmute, 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 unmute. Yeah. Wave chat. Okay. Ooh, I hear myself. I don't want to hear myself in the scene. I don't want to hear myself. Yeah. Also, you guys are really freaking quiet, so there's that. Yeah. I think it's me. Wavelink. Yeah.
I had to turn it to like default and then switched it over to my normal chat.
Sweet
for the
Jeebus.
output.
Okay.
Skink's rolling a sneak attack.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Make sure that I'm okay over here. Can you
I
guys
rolled
talk
a
for me?
3.
Okay.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Talk to me.
Hi.
Where?
How does Strum look now, chat? How do we
Strum?
look now? Hello,
She
Strum. Strum, hello.
frozen.
It's completely frozen.
Strong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crystal clear,
refresh.
but it's a
Super
slideshow.
confirmed.
So I'm just
No,
gonna
yeah. No, yeah.
smile.
Honestly though, like we could have like a scenario where you kill all the cameras on your OBS and we just do this audio, you know.
Yeah.
Because that might just be the thing, right? Is
We could have a scenario.
Well, my
Areas
bit
here.
rate is like stable in OBS now.
Okay.
Maybe
But
it'll catch up.
It's coming. It's riding it out.
It's trying, I think.
I'm seeing some movement on the
Yeah.
stream, so that's good.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
seeing
it's
we're
it
not-
too.
definitely getting movement again.
It's slowly getting back there.
It's
I
not
like that.
buffering in OBS anymore either, which is good. So,
Oh,
I
wait,
think it's
wait,
coming.
Come
wait. I
on.
could.
Yeah.
Make sure you
Looks
click
like
the
Just
live
laggy.
button.
Yeah.
No, I'm live. It looks good. It's moving.
Okay.
It's moving for you.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah.
I'm.
Maybe
I'm
we
telling
just
chat to try to
refresh.
refresh. Try to
All right,
refresh,
I'm
chat.
I'm gonna
Refresh,
refresh
chat.
as well. We're all refreshing.
Refresh.
Here, so
Refresh.
feel free to
Refresh.
try.
Everybody's moving at a good pace. It's looking good.
Yeah, there we go. We're back. We're back. There we
Hey, we fixed it.
go. Look at it, y'all.
Yay.
Nobody
We
has
are
any idea
here.
what we did, chat. Nobody knows.
Nobody
I'm
Magic?
looking.
It's called magic.
I don't know. It says stream health is poor, but
Well,
you know,
I mean, we're
This is my house.
streamers.
who
you know.
isn't poor these days, you know?
facts.
Who's not?
Right? Isn't that normal now?
Hey,
Exactly.
huzzah! Oh
High
my gosh,
visibility,
you
that
guys.
is
Video's
Yeah,
about a
hello.
quarter frame per second. Well, but every
Audio's
every
Refresh,
frame
Cal.
that you get, just enjoy it like a morsel,
Right?
like a drop
Right.
of water to a thirsty person in a desert. Just
Oh, it's
Enjoy the
buffering again.
lusciousness
Damn it.
of Theo and Mai and Mr. Wisepork.
It looks
God,
alright
we
on
all
my end.
have
Okay.
beards.
Just,
What
like,
the hell?
super behind. It's
I think
making
that
it
if we
look
just
like-
get
having
after
a
it.
luscious
Oh,
beard.
no.
I mean, even Rested,
think it is.
yours is coming in. I mean, golly,
Yeah.
just the girth of the beards in this chat, in this room, on this screen. It's
A
almost
lot of
too much.
beardos. It's cold. It's
my.
getting cold, you know?
Getting
A lot
cold.
of
Gotta
beards. It's
protect
a
our
lot of
chin
good
chins.
hair, and
Yeah.
well, and then
Hey,
you know,
hey,
Theo.
Fraz, one of these
Yeah.
sessions
Good
gotta get you
hair.
a beard.
Yeah, I'll wear one. I'll wear our next
Oh,
Halloween
yeah,
session.
sorry.
Our next Halloween session, like when we have a Halloween session, I'll totally wear a beard. We should do
Absolutely.
what Critical Role
Yes.
did, where we like swap who we play, like who we
Oh,
are.
Yes.
Oh, well,
Oh,
I'm not into
uh-huh.
all that swapping stuff. That's for you.
Okay,
Yeah.
now
I don't
not
think
like
I've got
that.
enough hair that I can do
Collies
your
stuff.
hair, friend.
You're not a tradesy?
I mean,
I get it.
It's
I
you
get
can
it.
get a wig. If I can get
Oh,
a
I can-
beard,
yes,
y'all
alright,
can get a
alright, there's
wig.
facts.
I don't.
There's facts.
Okay, so hi guys. I think that we're good. I think we're live. I think that things are happening. I'm not recording this, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to download this from my YouTube dashboard.
That'll be
It's
easy. That's easy.
super easy.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
We got it. YouTube's got
Yeah.
you. And guess what? It's forever. So that's
Sweet.
right.
Forever.
Forever,
You don't have to
ever.
pay
Forever.
anybody.
And
yeah.
and you know the cool thing, this VOD is already going to the playlist for chapter 2. So
Easy
it's like
peasy,
Nice.
lemon
Uh,
squeeze.
YouTube, all hail YouTube. All hail YouTube.
Oh, hail the U of tube.
Shall.
Okay, cool. So, hi guys.
Bow down, chat.
The only bad thing about this is that now you guys don't have music. Chat gets the
I
experience
didn't
of
have
music,
music
We
the
don't
entire
have
time
music.
last
but
time,
you
so it's
didn't
fine.
get you don't get music this time. So, yeah.
Chat's so,
So
lucky.
sad.
They're always so
Technically,
lucky.
you could probably pump it through your stream mix on your wave.
I could, but then it's complicated. It's
Yeah, then
complicated.
recording becomes a pain in the ass because then
Yeah.
it's in, like mixed in the track.
Yeah.
then
and
it's in the
not
same
separated
layer.
tracks.
So,
Dang.
which is another problem that I'm gonna have later on with it, with the like downloading it and all that. But it's fine. We'll figure it out. I
fine.
could
It's
eventually. Probably what I'll probably end up doing is I'll just run it through my laptop, and just do it that way.
Sure.
But at any rate,
hey, whatever works.
we'll figure it out. It's fine.
You know
We're
what?
workshopping it. we
don't
are.
need music.
We're learning as we go, but the
This is great. Are we
heckin' the
streaming?
music makes a difference. It makes a huge
It
difference.
does. It does, definitely.
Hi Wolfie, how are you? Put Spotify on. I could. Well, I can't actually send you the links because they're local playlists. Anyway. So, should we just like get into this, or is this just gonna be chaos all night? Is that what's happening right now?
Well, it is us.
I think that that
mean-
all the chaos is out of the way. I think that now
Okay.
we can bring it together
Okay. Okay. Cool.
in
cool.
something of
The
cohesion.
session is going to
right?
be chaos anyway. I mean,
Oh
we're
yeah, the
getting
session's
some
gonna be
crazy-
chaos.
Yes. That's,
So-
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
it's the theme for tonight. We're just
I
starting.
think
early.
everybody
Yep.
in chat, you guys can all agree, we're all ready to get everything going last time and going forward onto this one.
Sweet.
What
Let's
are
do
we-
it.
What are we?
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Woo!
This
Oh
keeps
my God.
happening. It keeps happening. We keep
You
telling.
know when JD's being feisty when he just fades out of nowhere. Just-
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I've
real.
I've never
Yeah.
done that.
Camera
I've never
moving.
ever faded.
Never, ever
The
in
black
his
camera.
life.
Goes to 11. No, I'm ready. Let's do this. We're gonna win.
Let's do this.
Okay.
We're gonna
So,
win.
No, just
and
for
We
Squeaks
got
too,
some
by the way.
fucking lodium to unload.
Meow.
yeah.
I need that lodium.
Whoa.
Okay. So,
Hell
Sounds-
yeah.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Oh yeah.
to set
Kinda
the
like it.
mood a little bit.
All right.
So, when last we met, the remaining pilots from Unit 12 were sent out on a Kozin job. Their mission? To infiltrate undetected onto a Megalo-class Aeon ship, the Luminous Conduit. Their target? A shipment of lodium metal, salvage from the ion emplacements, and experimental light sails. Boarding a salvaged Aeon fighter, they managed to blend in with a patrol unit and infiltrate the ship. A helpless engineer is sent to an early nap after getting too curious, and eventually, Light Rider exits the cockpit of the ship. Meanwhile, 2 other pilots, one from the Terran Collective and another a stranded Aeon, are lured in by the promise of metal and salvage. The path of all these young men cross in the middle of the ship as they are forced to work together toward a common goal. After freeing 2 Void Maw avoid the ship, 1, ejecting their sought-after cargo, and blowing up the cargo bay where the newly stolen mechs were housed. Now, with their cover very much blown and descending back towards planet Elnax, our pilots must intercept their precious cargo and stave off swarms of Aeon mechs. And with that, yeah, we're just gonna hop right on into it. So, the explosion rocks the back of the ship after Light Rider takes the shot. And immediately, as you can see the containers filled with lodium metal in freefall in the gravitational pull of Elnax's surface. As you also, those of you who are in mechs currently, so that is Hawkins, Callister, Light Rider, and Darius, with Ralph squeezed in the cockpit, additionally.
It is very tight.
Are
Get your
pulling
elbow out of my face.
are falling towards the surface of Elnax. So at this point, you see swarms of these patrol fighters turning towards you, but before they have a chance to lock onto your position, 6 of these diodes come out of the ship. So I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative for me. That's on your d20, and you are rolling under your system or mobility score, whichever is higher for you.
Ooh, all right, thank you.
I take it Ralph doesn't roll.
Whichever is higher. If you have
got a
one that's
2.
higher, or...
Well, shit.
Oh.
I
So,
rolled a 2.
so assuming that you rolled. Okay, so you're saying you have your mobility in your system, mobility.
Whichever is higher, you're
Whichever's
going
higher.
to try and roll under that.
So what if you roll the same as it?
Then it's a
whatever's
fail.
higher.
It's a fail.
What are the odds?
At or above is a failure,
get
below
the
is a
blow
pass.
Me
I got a
doesn't beat-
16.
Oh.
Sad.
Okay, so
Oh.
I'm gonna go in order across and just let me know if you pass or fail. Hawkins, pass or fail.
Pass.
Okay.
This is not good. I made the shot with the gun, and this is my payback.
Callister,
Yep.
pass or fail.
Failure.
Okay. Light Rider fails. Squinks, thank you for testing that, because I need to fix those I need to fix that.
Oh,
Ralph, pass or
Stream
fail.
almost just had a fit.
Ralph, pass or fail.
But Ralph can't roll. He's not piloting.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
we're
Good
good, fam.
Good point. Darius,
wow.
pass or
Good,
fail.
we're good. I pass.
Okay.
I was gonna.
good,
I was
fam.
gonna say,
I
does
got
Ralph
us.
being
Nope,
squished
that
up in
is
there
that
make
is
an
absolutely
effect,
fair.
but
Absolutely
kind
fair. Okay, so point of order first before we enter combat. Callister, at this point you have reached the rest of your squadron, so what I'm going to do is I am essentially going to run your squadron on your turn. So
Okay. Yep,
they will
perfect.
they'll get stuff on your turn and all that goodness. So
Sure. Cool. Yep.
Um,
Absolutely.
So, as these Aeon diodes come out of the ship, these mass-produced mechs armed with energy shields and plasma weaponry, 6 of them swarming out of the ship onto your position. Hawkins, what are you doing?
Do I know what weapons I have?
Yeah, it's just so for you and Light Rider, go ahead and use your normal stat sheet.
Oh, sir. Okay,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
have
yeah.
we have our actual.
Yeah,
weapon.
just
Oh,
go ahead and use your normal stat sheet.
Okay, cool. And sorry, how close are they?
They would be within a. Oh, actually, I have a thing for this now. Chat, I have a thing for this now. Boom.
Uh-huh.
They are going to be within a near distance.
And
Of you
that
guys.
is- ooh.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
keep in mind, YouTube chat is a good bit delayed.
Yep.
So when you put up stuff, it'll take a little while for us to see it on stream.
Okay, so with
Oh,
is
there it
that
is. Okay.
is that within distance of a? Yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna snipe one.
Yeah, go for it.
Perfect. Come here. And that is a 20 under combat, correct?
Yeah, so it's a D20 under your power.
Sick.
Yep.
10. So pass.
Okay. So go ahead and roll your. I believe it's a D8 for you, right?
D8.
Yep.
You got her.
Okay.
Okay. Heavy. Oh no. 6.
So you're using your sniper rifle, right?
The sniper.
Is your
yeah.
sniper a heavy weapon?
I thought it was.
I think so. So add
Yeah,
plus
both of mine
2.
are.
Yeah, so plus 2 to your attack and damage. So
Okay,
if you
so
you rolled an
13.
8, yeah.
It was 13. Still pass.
Yep.
8 for damage.
Okay, 8 damage. Cool. Okay, cool. All right. So, as you are bringing out this new, newly acquired mech with the experimental light sails on the back, the wing-like protrusions off of the back of the mech, you pull up and out essentially these mechs are equipped with veriform weaponry, and so they are able to mold and meld to whatever the pilot is most accustomed to. So where Light Rider's turned from like basically just a basic machine gun turned into the sniper pistol that he's accustomed to, yours turns into the giant sniper scythe that you're accustomed to, and you take aim at one of these diodes as it comes out of the ship and manage to cleave off an entire side of one, but it's still limping in its flight towards you. With that, Darius, you are up.
Okay. So, all right, I gotta figure out something to do with Ralph because he needs to get in the fight.
It might be possible if you could like get towards the landing bay where our crew first came in and get towards that ship that we all kind of crammed in before.
Now,
You guys are free to have this conversation on Darius's turn as well. So,
Okay.
just so that you guys know. If you guys want to talk about this in character.
okay.
All right, big fella. We need to get you a weapon or a mech of some sort. Where was the ship that you landed in?
It was in the hangar bay, not too far from the cargo area where we were before. There was many fighter squadrons coming in and out over that way. Kind of trying to point randomly on any view screen he can see.
Yeah.
Just, having a hard time, like, using his paint.
So, what kind of vision do I have on this bay?
You would know just from your familiarity with the ship that there are a couple of options, and just from his description, you're able to pick out which landing bay is the one that is your destination. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So I want to make a tactical sprint.
Okay.
Oh,
Right?
Tactical jettison. Yep. Okay.
Tactical
Let's
jettison
go.
towards us as
Well
quick as
done.
possible.
I love the
Right.
callback as well.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, easy enough to do. It's within 1 movement away from where you currently are positioned, just because of your general vicinity away from the ship. You are actually on the other side of the ship from the fight right now, so easily enough to do. As far as Ralph, how you get out of the mech, that's it's up to you. Are you gonna land in the landing bay, or are you just gonna like tactically jettison him out of the mech?
I mean, that's up to Darius. I mean, at that point.
Mhm.
Well, it all depends on the atmosphere in said bay. Since there's been an explosion,
Different bay.
okay, but ship. I'm just wondering,
Yeah.
is like would the ship like seal itself off so this?
Yeah, so there's energy shields that come around each of the
Okay.
openings and entrances.
Like bulkhead door type of energy.
Yeah,
shields.
kind of.
Right,
They allow
right.
entrance in, but lock in any kind of atmospheric pressure changes. So
It's harder to take out one of these big capital ships than it would be.
one
even if it was a
explosion's
boat, right?
yeah, one explosion
right,
is
right.
going to be enough to like probably between the explosion, the void maw that you let loose, and Ed's work on the engine. Right now, it's pretty crippled, but probably not for long.
Okay.
I mean, Ralph has 0 protective clothing on as far as the exposure to space.
Yep.
Yes.
So it would probably be best if you could get, if not inside.
My plan is like come in superhero style, smash fist in the ground,
Just
shoot Ralph
shink.
out of the
I'll
back.
jettison him
the
out.
floor,
I'm out,
just-
bud.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we'll say you do that, Ralph. You kind of tuck and roll into the landing bay where you originally entered, and are able to clamber your way to the fighter. And we'll come at this point. I will go ahead and have you roll initiative, because you are now officially in a position where you can get in this fight.
I hope you know how to
It's a
fly
pass.
that thing.
Okay.
I have no clue, but I'll figure it out.
Okay. So with that, I am going to go ahead, and you'll come in on the next round of combat. So.
Gotcha.
Okay, so, oh, I forgot, actually, because Hawkins, Ed is with you, so Ed would go on, your turn as well. So, Ed comes out, behind you all, and kind of just, with this uncanny speed, clearly used to this particular form of mech, and having more stringent pilot training than the rest of you have received over the past few years, just jettisons his way into the fray, and is going to take 2 slashes at 2 of these diodes. So that is where's my dice? Not slashes. He's got knuckles. Knuckles. So that's going to be
The old
5.
fisticuffs.
Yeah. So he goes to the one, Hawkins, that you peeled the side off of, essentially, and just obliterates it in this, this show. It's almost like, like brass knuckles, except they're like plasma knuckles.
Yeah.
So he just kind of, he just comes up, and like you see the edges of the knuckles of this mech just glow with this plasma type energy as he comes up like mid-flight and just absolutely pummels one into smithereens, and then turns towards the other one without really even losing any kind of momentum, and cross swings underneath and sends it flying towards another diode, narrowly missing it. So one's dead. And that's 8. Okay, cool. And with that, it is the Aeon Diode's turn. So, brass knuckles in space, indeed. Space Knuckles. I know it's gonna happen.
Knuckles.
It's gonna happen. Okay, so
Space Knuckles.
I have 5 of them left.
Just waiting for the space spinach in one of these sessions.
So I'm going to need Hawkins, Callister, and Light Rider to make mobility tests for me.
Suckers.
So that is on your
Alright.
D20, and you need to roll below your mobility score.
Haha, I did it. Yes. 14 out of 16.
Okay, 14. Pass. Okay, cool. So as these Aeon diodes come and start to swarm your position with the fighters not far behind them, you all are free falling into gravity, and these just beams just originate from 5 of them, narrowly missing each of you as you're kind of just continually shifting and becoming moving targets difficult for them to lock onto.
Just like a thin beam that like expands into like a big one.
It's essentially just like a laser beam, just straight on,
Sure.
just pew, pew. Like, yeah, just straight on
Yeah.
laser beam.
Oh god.
But as you are free falling and trying to get your bearings in the free fall, the fact that you're moving around is actually enough to make you harder to hit. With that,
JD, I see you bouncing. Don't start singing Free Falling.
with that, Callister or Light Rider, which one of you guys wants to go first?
Light Rider, go ahead.
Okay, so Light
Absolutely.
Rider,
I
go
gotta
ahead.
Figure out what I'm doing with my squad.
Legitimately, so what is happening?
So there
Are
are.
we hey guys, are we trying to get away here? Are we trying to? I'm not really sure what the plan is.
We're following the Lodium.
I
Which
thought we
is-
had the Lodium's in space. So we're getting the Lodium.
The
Okay.
Lodium
It's in
is
free
free
fall.
falling
We basically
into
went falling
orbit.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
we're free falling.
You're free falling, your cargo is free falling, everything is free falling.
So how about we stop the free falling and start the intentional directionality moving inwards of
Okay.
thusly. So yeah, let me move as much as I possibly can. As a matter of fact, let me use my fancy jump jets
Okay.
that I have, and let me bust a move. Chicka-bum-bum.
Okay.
And let me go get onto this Lodium, and let me go get a load of said Diem.
Okay. Go ahead and do your jump jets require a reactor test? I don't remember. Let me
I
check.
think they did.
I think
Pretty
so.
sure.
We're in deep trouble if I'm supposed to know this.
Give me a second. I
Matt,
got you.
Matt Click, are you here? Matt?
It
What
should
do
have
my
been
jump
in,
jets
it should have
do,
been in
Matt?
your notes of how your gear
What do I
works.
need to
Right?
roll for
What do you
this?
mean?
Yes,
Imagine
they
me
require-
having to-
They require a reactor test. So go ahead and roll your reactor die, which is a 1d8. As
Okay,
long as you
I
don't
have that one.
as long as you don't roll a 1 or a 2, you're fine.
Snipe show.
No.
There it is.
Oh no.
What'd you roll?
Oh no.
2.
I can't see. Oh, rip. Okay,
Wow.
so go ahead and downgrade your reactor die to a d6.
Dang.
So whenever you're doing a
Brutal.
reactor die from now on, you're going to be rolling a d6
That's
unless
so
you get it
rude.
repaired, which you have a thing that you can do that. So
I think that's part of our chassis.
that's
do
yeah.
it.
Well, you can't do it to yourself, but Hawkins can help you. Or
Who
Ed.
made this thing? This is not a very well-designed piece of equipment.
Do we have our one with the machine perk available in these mechs?
They do,
This
but
is
you're
some
not in a mech.
Cygnus crap. I really feel like Cygnus broke this thing, and I know he's not even here and can't defend himself. But I blame Cygnus for
Sure,
this.
blame the guy who's not here.
It had to be him.
And never touch these mechs.
So they have it, yes. If you want to use it, if you want to use your one with the machine, you can sacrifice 2 armor points to avoid downgrading your reactor die, or you can just chill.
Oh yeah, let's do that. I don't want to downgrade.
Okay.
I'm an upgrade in every way.
Okay, so
So-
mark off 2 armor points.
Baby.
So you now have.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have 6 out of 8 armor
Yep.
points. Okay, and I don't have a one with machine now. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So
I got
you
it.
you
I'm
have
smart.
to wait until your next long rest to be able to use that again. So.
So do I?
So
I
you
don't
keep your
get to do
D8.
anything.
Yeah, you keep your D8 as as you engage the jump jets in this moderately foreign machine, but still somewhat familiar just because of
Got
the
it.
input jack. And you feel it start to overheat. You remember your training and how it feels to engage with the machine, and you manage to keep your reactor from overheating. So, with that said, I do need a systems test from you to be able to lock onto the lodium and find the crates that you're looking for, essentially.
I'm remembering just completely out of
These
character.
are the crates you're
I'm
looking
remembering,
for.
chat, that I should be nice to Fraz throughout the week and on
Right,
Fraz's
right.
streams.
That's
Otherwise, it just, I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
I'm
So
just
is this a
doing the
D20?
thing. This is a D20,
that I'm
yes.
using here?
D20 under your systems test, under your
Well,
system
okay,
score.
So a 2 in this case is good.
A
because
2
I
in
got
this case
2.
is good,
Yeah,
yes.
That's a great one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
that's
That's fantastic.
beautiful.
So,
Oh, well, I feel like number 2, but I saved myself. So
Um,
You're number 1 in our hearts, bud.
The
easy
number
enough to
2.
do.
is
You
that a sound effect? What the
yeah.
No,
I certainly hope it was. Otherwise, somebody needs to change their
Oh,
rules.
that was fantastic. So easily done. You are able to scan the falling debris between just the debris from the ship, as well as the crates and some of the salvage from the ion emplacements that were in the same cargo bay area, and are able to quickly lock on to those crates and start guiding them out of free fall and into a more like directional descent.
Got it. I'm guiding them.
Cool. Okay.
Cool.
So, with that said, Callister, go ahead. You're up.
Yeah, I basically want to do the same thing.
Okay.
Now that we've kind of like squared up, seeing everything kind of exploding around us and everything like that. You said that we got shot at though, so they do.
Yeah.
They do have like a lock on for us.
They don't necessarily have a lock on, but they do have weapons.
Okay.
They
got it, got it,
definitely
got it.
have weapons.
Well, we don't want to get tied up in this, so I'm gonna command everybody to turn on their cloaking, and I'm gonna do the cloaking as well.
Okay, awesome. So go ahead and roll your reactor die for that,
Okay.
which is going to
My
be your
reactor
D8.
die is a D8.
Yep.
All right. Okay, and
What'd
do
you
I
roll?
have to be?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 3.
Okay, you're good.
I'm good.
Yep, you're good.
Okay.
As
cool,
long
cool,
as you
cool.
don't roll a 1 or a 2 on the reactor die, you're good.
Absolutely. So we go into full-on
Rude.
cloak mode, and then just want to
Far
target
too soon.
Hey, I mean it happens, right? So everybody go into cloak mode. I flip it in and
Okay.
do the disappearing act, and then, I mean, obviously the beacon is going off. How far are we away from?
I would say you're within a near distance from it.
Cool. I just want to tell them to, just get to the Lodium, and we're all gonna get over there. Watch your back. There's some crazy motherfuckers up on this ship right now, so watch your back around there. So, but get down there, get to the Lodium, and then we just start to fly in there secretly.
Okay, so do you want to go ahead and take one move action to move closer to the Lodium beacon at this
Correct,
point? Okay,
yes.
cool.
Right.
So you got your use action and your move action. Cool. So that takes care of that. They will also engage their cloaking and start to move towards the beacon as well.
Cool.
Okay, and we are back up at the top. So Hawkins, you still have 5 of these diodes swarming your position, and currently it's just you and Light Rider out here against these guys and Ed as everything is free falling onto Elnax's surface.
Now, would they have gotten like closer, like to me? Or
Just
in
in general, because of the way that everyone is kind of falling at this point. The only ones that are getting closer at this point is the swarm of fighters that are coming your way.
Probably still a little.
But they're still like at a far distance, so they're a couple. Yeah. They're a little bit of ways still.
All right. Oh, so since I'm not engaging the siege mode and we're falling, if I shoot the sniper, I'm gonna speed up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, good. This plays to my advantage.
Cool.
Then yeah. So is it possible to kind of like shoot out
that's
one
awesome.
of the fighters as well as like move myself towards Lodium?
Yeah, I will say that because of the distance, the nature of the fighters and the nature of your free fall, that your attacks are going to be at disadvantage currently because of the distance and just how everything is moving.
Okay.
So yeah, go for it. Just roll with disadvantage on your attack, your power test.
Okay, so that is a 20.
Oof. Okay.
Oh, could I bother?
Well, I mean, you're not gonna roll worse than a critical failure, so.
Yay! Somebody did worse than me.
I already hit something.
Yeah. So as you are taking aim and trying to kind of guide your free fall towards the Lodium, you take aim at one of the diodes, and as it veers out of the way, and you're able to get line of sight on one of the fighters. Unfortunately, you go to pull the trigger on your sniper, and nothing happens.
Huh, that's fair.
It just
click.
Just click.
That's fair.
And you realize that in your haste to take aim, you forgot to chamber another round.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm kind of an idiot.
Not an idiot, just stressed.
You just went up. It's a big explosion.
Just stressed.
A lot of things happening.
A lot of things are going on. There's a lot of enemies. Like this is. I mean, when I say that there is a swarm of fighters coming at you,
beehive.
There is a swarm of fighters coming at you. So yeah, no, totally. It's all good. Okay, so with
accidentally shooting Theo before he gets the thing started up.
No, you're good. So with that, Darius, you're up. What are you doing?
Okay, so am I out of the bay?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of visual point do I have on our enemy?
At this point, you can see the swarm of fighters zeroing in on what you assume to be the location of your new allies. You can't really see specifically each individual, and any sign of Callister is gone. Outside of instruments and reactor signatures, which even those are very faint. So.
Are we looking at far or distant?
We're looking at, for you at this point, you're far.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna use my maw beam.
Okay.
Because that'll do far.
Okay.
Maw beam.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You gonna barf lasers?
We're about to.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Right.
Okay.
So that is, I'm testing my presence to deal damage, correct?
Yep.
On a 20?
Yep. You need to roll underneath your presence score.
That's not gonna be hard. 14.
Why would you say that? Why?
Okay, so yeah, I mean obviously you pass. So go ahead and roll your damage.
And that's a D6, right?
I believe so.
No, it's a 10.
No, it's a D10. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
no, it's a
10, sorry.
D10.
Yeah. And that was a 5.
Oh, okay. Yes, and you do need to roll your reactor die.
And I do need to roll my reactor die.
Yes, and which is a D6.
Right. That's why. I think that's why. Yeah. Okay.
And are you aiming? You're aiming at the swarm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looking at the biggest and baddest of the swarm.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And that's a 5.
Okay, so I need to roll. That's a 5. Okay, so that's a pass. So I need to roll that. Cool, we're good. That's still in effect. Sorry, guys. There's a lot to keep track of here.
You're all right.
Yeah, no, you're so,
Absolutely.
you are gravy.
Gravy.
Got it all smothered.
Buttered toast.
And then we have our D6. Okay, cool. Awesome sauce. Okay, so with that, as you see just the maw of this mech, you guys can barely make out like this shape in the distance, as it's just more of like a shimmer on the horizon, as like this just massive, what color do you want your maw beam to be?
Oh, she green.
Okay, this massive green beam of energy just originates from a point beyond the distance, and you see as several of these fighters just explode like 4th of July fireworks across the horizon. It takes out a significant number of them, but there are still a significant number left. Darius, do you want to move?
Great.
Yeah, I want to position myself a little closer to the fellas.
Okay, so we'll say you take your one move action to get within a near distance of your new allies.
Correct.
Okay, cool. So that ends your turn. I forgot Ed again. Damn it. Okay, I need to write Ed down in here. Ed. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to Ralph. So Ralph, you hop into this fighter and start fiddling with the controls. Go ahead and roll. I think this one's gonna be a systems test, but I will give you advantage because of your intelligence skill.
Okay. You said systems.
Systems, yes.
Which I actually have a okay systems score considering I'm big meaty meat man.
Colossal bad breath beam.
Jeez. Where'd it go? Oh, it's right. It's Adobe. It's dumb. Okay. Oh, that one's a fail.
Okay, with advantage though.
Oh, the second one was a critical fail, so we're gonna take the lesser of the fails.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, so as you're trying to, we'll say that you spend your entire turn trying to figure out how to interface with this thing, and you finally figure it out, essentially, but you're spending your entire turn trying to figure out how to even just fly this thing. So we'll say,
I mean, can he at least get the comms working, or is that down too?
comms are good. Comms are good.
Okay.
Yeah. You guys all have a comm link, regardless of in mech or out. You also have short range comms via your pagers.
Hawkins, I made it back to the shuttle. How do I start this stupid thing?
You see
Hawkins
that big?
You
He just
gotta
like
restart
brings up the
Windows, it
keys
sounds like.
from his pocket,
Yeah.
like, oh, shit. Got like an 8-ball on them. You see that
So
red,
with no
button?
answer, Ralph's gonna like root around, knock his helmeted head around a bit, trying to basically hotwire a space fighter.
Yeah. And eventually you do find, you don't necessarily have to hotwire it, but it's not intuitive, but after messing with it for a little bit, it's intuitive enough that you think you can get it off the ground.
Okay.
Okay. Now I will come back to Ed, because I keep forgetting about Ed. So once again, Ed is going to go and take 2 flying punches at these Aeon diodes. So that's going to be, it's a D8. Wait, hang on. Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Actually, just kidding. I could just, yeah, I could do that. So He takes one flying punch. I'm gonna do that first. Still not quite enough to kill it. Takes one flying punch, seeing that he's not doing nearly as much damage as he would like, and just backs off just enough to engage the beam spitters on the back. So you see the light sails themselves kind of flare out, and these beautiful hexagonal shaped opalescent wings kind of flare out in this almost angelic pattern as Ed engages the beam spitters that come out and stabilize him long enough to engage with 2 of these Aeon diodes. That's an insta-kill. Okay, cool. Neat.
Good job.
Oh my god, what the frick? So after he takes one flying swing at one of these diodes, he says, fuck it, and just like backs off just far enough, and these wings sprout out from behind him as the beam spitters just barrel towards 2 of these diodes, inflicting multiple holes as they just explode outward immediately upon contact.
Dope.
That is nasty.
Neat. I rolled 2 max damage in a row.
Oh my god.
Okay. Cool.
Ed's a
cool,
beast.
Cool. With that, it is now the diode's turn. And they're starting to get frustrated.
What's left of them?
Yeah, what's left of them? There's only 3 left. And one of them is pretty damaged. But they're starting to get frustrated at this point, as one of them's gonna come towards Darius, seeing the threat coming, zeroing in towards their position of this massive energy beam. So Darius, I'm gonna need a mobility test from you as the other 2 converge onto Hawkins. Or sorry, not Hawkins, Ed. My bad. That. Words are hard. 15, which is a pass?
My mobility's 16.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Take it.
Hell yeah.
The other 2 converge onto Ed and take these like arm-like appendages coming out of these like how do I describe them? They're like repair drones. Kind of triangular in shape with like a light eyeball, and these arm-shaped appendages come out, and one of them turns into a sword. So one has a sword arm, and the other one has like essentially just a like a plasma blaster in the other hand. And they come towards Ed and take 2 slashes at his mech, which is a D8. Okay, one of them just bounces off of the energy shield around encasing the mech, and the other one does manage to cut through and just barely scrape the arm of the metal. So, okay, with that, Light Rider, you're up.
I mean, I still want this freaking stuff. Like, I'm still heading for it, so they can deal with all of these mechs and everything all they want to, but I'm still like,
so
now that I've figured out how to use these jump jets, let's try that again.
Okay, so I will say that for the latter half of your last turn, essentially, once you were starting to guide the crates themselves into free fall, you realize maybe this is not the best idea, and just pry open the container and pull the lodium into the cargo compartment of your mech, which is like housed.
So I now have the lodium.
Yeah, you have the lodium in your thigh compartment, essentially.
Stuffing his pants with lodium.
Yeah, just stuffing your pants with lodium right now.
So you're saying,
remember, kids, gender is what's in your pants, and for Light Rider's gender is lodium right now.
Let's not make jokes about. There it was.
There it was. I can make those jokes because gender, who's she?
So then we need to get the hell out of here and back to wherever
Yeah.
where's
You
our
have-
rally point?
You have 1 container's worth of Lodium right now. There were 3.
Then I need to eat to the next one. What's
Okay.
the closest one? Is it where's the next? Well, okay, here you go. Got it. Okay, I
Yeah,
understand.
close enough.
So I need to scan and find where the closest one is.
System test. D20 under your system score.
Well, that's easy enough because I got a 2. So
All right.
that'll work.
Awesome.
Fucking
Easy
Lightliner
enough.
playing leapfrog between cargo crates.
Yeah, you're essentially playing leapfrog between the debris, the cargo
Boing,
crates,
boing, boing.
the
Okay.
random void maw that has now been incinerated on
Oh, yeah,
atmospheric descent.
Yeah, but he's dead.
Yeah, he
He
did,
can't
but
breathe
like,
in the
The
vacuum
body out
space.
here.
well,
You're saying just going
actually,
by? Oh, wait a minute. No.
so Space
need a
Puppy
void
has
maw
been
in space.
incinerated in the atmospheric descent. And you just kind of leapfrog off of the debris and into onto the other shipment, the one that's not tagged, importantly, Callister. And once
Let
again,
me put
just
that back. Yeah, let me put that in another
Yeah.
compartment.
yeah, easily enough, just rip it off and
much
shove it
space you
into a
got in there, bud?
compartment.
Let me put that load somewhere else.
Yeah.
Lightrider has a lot of compartments.
He's got to have his emergency sandwich compartment.
Yes.
lot of
No,
space
I'm not even
in that.
using the emergency sandwich compartment. That's been eaten. Been eaten. I ate that when I got in the Mac.
Easy enough to do. I will say that is your turn to do that.
Yay.
And then we will head to Callister and Callister's squad.
Oh, hey guys, I got 2 out of the 3. So anybody else that wants to do their job at some point, you're more than welcome to, help.
Also, to answer your question as far as where your rally point is, it's on planet. Once
Okay,
you get
so
on
then-
planet, you can call for reinforcements. Because you know that there are at least 2 Saber squads stationed at the scout outpost on Elmax.
10-4.
Cool.
Callister, you're up.
All right, so do I have the container?
Yeah,
inside
easy
there?
enough to find because you already have the beacon placed and you already have a tracker. I won't even make you roll a systems test for it. You already know where it is. So you have it. You are essentially controlling its descent at this point. Now it's up to you whether you want to continue to control its descent or just try and rip it open and pull the Lodium out.
Yeah, so I think that I would, as I land onto the crate in camo, I'm just gonna get on the lines and call out to Casey and the squad and be like, Casey, look, I've got the Lodium here. I want you guys to back out of here. This place is a real shit show out here, so just get out of here. Make sure that I'm gonna follow this down to planet. I'm gonna keep hold of the Lodium. You guys get the hell out of here. Let them know where I'm at. I'll get the Lodium and meet you guys at Bravo.
Okay, you hear Casey come over the intercom and say, "You sure you don't want backup?"
Look, I'm just gonna ride this thing out, and hopefully we don't need you there. So I appreciate it.
10-4.
Get your ass out of here.
10-4, call us if you need us.
Absolutely. Stay safe.
All right,
And then I'm just gonna load down on it and see if there's any sort of clamping device that I can just clamp to the backside of it and keep radars open.
I would say there's not necessarily a clamping device, but your the feet and hands of your mech themselves are equipped with maglocks that you can engage onto the crate to just hold on to it.
Cool. I'm gonna Silver Surfer this crate all the way down to the planet.
Bet. Okay.
You had
All
to
right.
because Squink said it.
Exactly.
Righto.
Okay. So with that brings us back to the top of the initiative order. Hawkins, you're up.
No problem. So there's 3 things.
There are
left?
3. There are 2 that are undamaged and 1 that's looking really rough.
Okay.
I love that emote so much.
Bongo cat.
Which ones are by Ed?
The 2 undamaged ones.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, I'm a liar. 1 undamaged one is on Darius. 1 undamaged one and the damaged one are both on Ed.
All right. I don't know if I could see clearly which one is which on Ed.
Yeah, pretty easily.
Oh, easily.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, dope. Then yeah, I'm gonna just hopefully fucking
Okay.
rack one and take the shot.
Just yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll your power test.
12. Pass.
I was about to say no. There's no way you can roll two
Yeah.
critical failures in a
No,
row.
it's not, I was like, wait, which one? What is power? Power
Okay.
16. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's all right.
Okay.
I've already got a dice in dice prison, so
Oh no. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Damage is
D8. Yep. +2.
No, 8.
Oh, 8 total? Okay, cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool. Yeah, it just obliterates it.
should have just said sure.
Did anybody else hear
Totally.
the headshot from the grunts in Halo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Easy enough to do as you chamber around and aim towards the very clearly damaged diode and just carve a hole straight through it. It doesn't even explode on impact, it just falls dead and begins to free fall into the planet. So, Darius, what you doing?
Okay, so there's 2 left.
Yep. And a swarm of fighters that are encroaching upon your position at this point.
God damn it. All right. Am I like on top of the ship, or am I just kind of floating in space?
At this point, because of your movement and your proximity to your allies, your new allies, I would say that at this point you are within Elnax's gravity and falling.
Okay. I'd like to assemble my glaive.
Okay.
Is
Sweet.
that gonna take a minute?
Nope. No,
Okay.
you're good.
Okay. Assembling my glaive, lighting its plasma blade, and one big swing,
Yeah, do it.
right?
Yep.
At I guess the one that's coming towards me.
Yep. Go for it. Go ahead and roll a power test. D20 under your power.
17.
Which
say
I
oof.
think, hold on. Nope, that's for mobility. 17.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you assemble the glaive and swing, you swing wide as this diode. I mean, it's teeny. It's teeny tiny.
Right.
It's like the size of your hand in your mech. So it easily is able to dodge out of the way, seeing this massive just plasma glaive coming at it.
Trying to swat space fleas.
Yeah, essentially, yes.
Damn it.
Okay, so do you wanna take a movement or a use action?
I'm gonna do a movement to give myself a distance between.
Okay. So I will say, because you are within you're within its range, I will need you to roll a mobility test or presence for you because of your
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. 17 again.
Cool, which is that's at your presence score, so that will actually be a
Don't I
failure.
get a +2 for presence or no?
Only for your cokes.
Only for my coat.
Yeah, only for
So
coats.
that is a failure.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
Well, shit.
You're gonna
Um,
get nicked.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
gonna swipe at you with its beam sword. That's gonna be 4 damage. Now, the way that taking damage works is you can choose to take armor points damage, or you can choose to take hit points damage. But you do automatically have a shield that negates 1 point of damage. So total, you will only take 3, however you choose to take it.
I'm gonna take 3 to my armor.
Okay. So go ahead and mark that off of your armor.
Will do.
Okay, with that, Ralph. So you're able to get the fighter functional. You're pretty sure that you can get it out of the bay, and you do get it airborne, pull out, and what would you like to do at this point?
So Ralph's gonna pretty much just kind of call out to Hawkins, get his bearings, try to figure out where everybody is, and then see if he's got a line to move in and catch up with the rest of the squad at this point. So
Okay, I am going to send you. I'm gonna send you this stat sheet.
okay.
But pump up the HP to your normal HP. So that's what you're working with right now.
Moves twice. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And whatever, like for your stats and stuff, your stats will remain the same. So when I ask you to do mobility, you're still gonna roll on your stats.
Right. So, what is Ralph gonna see first getting out of the hangar with this ship then?
So the first thing that Ralph would see, as you kind of pull out, is the kind of lasting effects of the maw beam, as ships are, because this is all happening really quickly. Let's remember that. That the starships in the distance are, several of them are just exploding like the 4th of July, and you are able to get a ping onto Hawkins and Light Rider as it comes up on the radar cluster in front of you.
So where is Darius and that one diode in relation?
Pretty close. So they would be at this point, excuse me, at this point they would be 2 moves away from you. So they're at technically a far distance from you.
Are they between me and the rest of the squad,
Yes.
or off to the side?
They're
Okay.
between the 2 of you, yeah.
So, I'm gonna take the motion towards Darius, seeing him starting to get harassed by this
Space
the
fleet.
smaller fighter.
Yeah.
And I think at this point, would I be able to get too close or near range at that point?
Yes. You would definitely be able to get within near range.
Okay. So getting within near range, Ralph is going to try to lock on with the heat-seeking missiles onto the diode ship and try to take that out to help.
Okay.
Try to help Chimera.
Cool. So for that, yeah, go ahead and roll a power test for me.
Is it power, or it says mobility or system?
That's the contested roll. That's against you guys. So.
Okay, so you want me to use my power?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead and use your power.
That's a pass.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead and do your damage.
And my damage, my hit die is a D10.
Yep.
I was waiting to get struck with a heat-seeking missile.
Would have been on a crit failure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kabam.
Oh my god, that's pathetic. That's a 2.
Oof. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely still standing.
So,
Stronger than ever.
Damn these little space fleas.
Freaking space fleas. Yeah, they're annoying.
So,
Okay.
What's wrong with this ship? These missiles are puny and do nothing.
Okay, so that's your movement and your action. Now it is Ed's turn. Ed's going to try and just swat off the one that's left, still kind of clinging to him, being a nuisance. Not the best roll, but not bad. Definitely less effective with his knuckles, ironically. Math. Okay. Math is hard, guys, in case you didn't know.
100%.
Challenging.
Okay.
Difficult to ask.
So with that, he takes... Oh, actually, he can take two attacks. Duh. That's even worse. That's even worse. fine. So, just at this point, frustrated with these freaking diodes and just wanting to get them off of his back, he's just taking just blind haymakers at these things and not being super effective. With that, it is now the final 2 diodes and the swarm, as they have now closed in close enough to be able to attack you guys. So,
is this a swarm of mechs?
Is it more diodes or?
This is the swarm of starfighters, which you saw from a distance. Which, yeah, you guys saw from a distance. Some of them were transforming into mechs.
So basically, what Ralph is sitting in.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yep. So, as they descend upon your position currently. I gotta stop looking at chat.
Is this
Damn it,
that little
Ash.
Nezuko, like driving you crazy?
Damn it, Ash! So they descend upon your position, just this massive swarm, as you're very quickly entering the planetary ozone of Elnax and are starting to kind of have to deal with that and looking down. Not only are you going to have to deal with atmospheric reentry, but it also looks like there's a storm brewing in atmosphere. So that'll be fun to deal with as well.
This is gonna be a
Should
great
be
time.
Taco Bell.
Okay, so with that being said,
That's always. I don't like when you say "with that being said" because it usually means that
Something's coming.
I
about to
need
Something's on the way.
everyone. Callister,
see?
you.
Do you see what I said, Chad?
Callister, you with advantage to roll mobility tests for me.
Everybody's
yeah.
got mobility tests.
Yup.
Oh, advantage?
With advantage, yes.
I
Ass.
just lost audio.
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
We
I
hear you.
rolled an 18 and a 19.
Woof. Okay.
Not great.
Okay, so Hawkins passes, Callister fails.
Well, you are
I'm-
kind of
I'm a pass.
magnetized to a crate now, so
That's
I
true.
mean,
Darius
That is
passes.
Correct.
My mobility is a little tough.
Ralph, pass or fail?
fast.
Okay.
Okay.
You back?
I don't know. Am I?
I'm hearing echo.
Are
Do you guys have me?
got
I
you.
hear you.
I hear
Yeah.
JD.
I don't know who
Okay,
I'm
okay,
getting echo
sorry.
through, but here we are.
Hello.
That's weird.
Who are you getting
Hello?
echo of?
I was getting echo of JD. That was weird.
You still getting it?
A little bit.
That's
I don't know if
How
it's
about-
just me.
How about now?
I'm not getting any echo of them.
Nothing.
I don't have any either.
I don't get any.
Chat?
echo
That's
from him.
weird. Chat, do you
What
guys
about
hear
you,
that?
Chat?
Chat, do you guys hear echo of JD?
Do you have any echo?
Chat, we love you, chat.
Chat, we love you, chat.
Chat, we love you.
Oh God, making this face with this helmet on. I am the law.
I was just gonna say, Judge Dredd.
It's
Yeah.
it's mild enough to where it's not it's
Alright.
fine. So Light Rider
What am I
mobility
supposed to roll?
test. Mobility test. So a D20 under your mobile
Yeah. Okay.
Words are hard as well.
Absolutely.
words are definitely hard.
Okay. So D20.
Hmm.
Where's my numbers?
I
Oh,
ate them.
yay, I did an 11.
Okay, so that's a
Yeah.
pass,
Do
correct?
You know where your numbers are?
Okay, cool. So, for the folks that failed, which I think is just Callister, question mark?
That's me.
Yeah, so Callister, I'm gonna need you to take 8 damage.
Ooh.
Ow.
You
Yeah,
did that with
Damage?
advantage,
8 damage, yeah.
Oh.
Which
Rough.
actually also,
Feels
Oh.
bad, man.
But we're not done
Whoa,
yet.
what happened?
and we're not done yet. That's gonna be 5 additional damage.
Okay,
As
so it
this-
totally broke down then.
Really?
You just
Yeah,
killed
it's only
Including-
got 9 HP.
Armor as well?
What do you mean?
What's your armor?
What about your armor? What's your armor?
I've
points?
got 6 armor points.
So -1 because of your shield. So that's 9 plus. So that puts you, yeah, right. You're immediately disabled. Fuck.
Right, 'cause it's 15 damage, right?
Yeah, 15 damage total.
So that's 15 total, yeah.
Yeah. So minus
That's
minus
pretty
1
good.
point of damage though. because it was 9. It was 8 damage plus 5 more. So
that's
minus
13
1.
minus 1.
Yeah, so that's 12.
12 damage. Yeah.
Yep.
And my armor points is 6 and my hit points are 9. Do I add those together then?
So you can basically,
Yeah.
the way that it works
Yeah.
is when you take damage, you can choose to take damage to your armor points or your hit points. But because it's so much
Okay.
damage, yeah.
Sounds like you're basically left with 3 HP at this point.
Yeah.
Callister's one shot.
You do have repair
Has been
nanites that you can
shot.
use. Don't
He's
forget
one
about your
of the
repair
quick
nanites.
They're
fix. One.
delicious.
Quick
Reduce
fix.
armor by 1. Gain 2 hit points to close by mecha.
That's for other mechs.
Oh, that's for other
Yeah.
mechs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
do.
yeah, so I'm down to just 3 hit points. Then.
Yep. So you
My
do
armor
have
points are
repair.
gone.
Yeah, you do have repair nanites that you can use on your turn though. So.
I do.
Woof. Okay.
Okay.
That
Okay.
was
Jeez.
yeah, that was supposed to be split amongst multiple targets. I swear I'm not
what
trying to kill
happened?
you guys. So essentially what happens is as the swarm pulls in towards your guys' position, this just all of them immediately fire these heat-seeking missiles, and they all come out towards each of your positions, and
That's not good.
luckily enough, most of you are able to just dip and dodge and dive out of your way, but Callister, because you are mag-locked to this crate, unfortunately your mobility is very much hindered, and you take the full brunt of the missile swarm.
Go.
And optical cloak doesn't help on thermal sensor.
Yep.
Right, exactly.
So,
So does that make my optical cloak go away then?
go ahead and roll a reactor die for me to see if you can keep it from overheating.
That's the wrong die.
That's
that was
gonna
a 4.
D8. Okay, yeah. So I will say that despite taking the brunt of the attack, you do manage to keep your cloak engaged.
Okay, so I'm just like pinned up against like one of the sides wall. It's like in like a free fall.
Yeah,
spinning
pretty
motion now.
much. Yeah, it's now because of the rocket barrage. Yeah, just spinning out of control. Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, all the alerts.
Yeah,
going
all
off.
the sensors and alerts are going off at
Danger,
this point.
danger.
Are
Eject,
the crates
eject.
hitting atmosphere at this
Damage
point?
detected.
Oh yeah, you guys are all hitting
detected.
atmosphere at this point.
So, could somebody make a call out, or we gotta wait for turn?
You can totally make a call out.
So,
Everyone, with these heat-seeking missiles, if we get into re-entry, it might be able to throw off their sensors.
Okay.
Well, that works out for me because I'm already heading that direction pretty quickly.
Ditto.
Mr. Wisepork,
Where,
yes.
where I'm not
Mhm.
part of the party,
Correct.
I don't have these comms, do I?
No, you do
Right.
not.
Right.
So you
Yeah.
That's why
you
we're-
and Callister
Oh,
do
yeah.
not hear this.
Right.
Yeah, you can't hear this. You can hear that, but
Yeah,
you can't
right
hear
now,
this at
like
all.
Right
Callister
now, all
has,
that
like, no
Callister
really
hears is
idea.
just alarms just
he's,
blaring
like,
in his
straight up, like,
cockpit.
Goose at the like when he's like looking around everywhere. he's
Yeah.
like, I got
Just
one.
hears
if he
this.
could hear
It's just
anything
got, like,
after
this going.
20 missiles
Yeah.
slamming
Yeah,
into his
exactly.
chassis.
Right,
That's
exactly.
it. That's
Red
all it's
alert.
happening for him.
Red alert.
Yeah. Okay, so fuck, whose turn was that? Okay, that was the swarm's turn. So at this point, the diodes retreat. So Darius, you get an attack of opportunity against. Actually, no, you're outside of its range now because you moved away. Ed will get an attack of opportunity though. So boop.
Get him,
And he
Ed.
finishes one off. Cool. So the only diode left standing.
What about the one that
That's
Ralph
pretty
engaged? How
mad.
close was that one? Was that close enough for an
Yeah.
attack
Yes.
of opportunity?
Yeah.
Yep, go for it.
Okay.
All right, pass the power test.
Sweet.
Yay.
Roll to 5.
Okay, cool. Not enough to take it out, but it's definitely limping back to the ship. And you gather
Gotcha.
that these are probably not built for atmospheric re-entry. So, at this point, first of all, Callister, go ahead and roll... give me...
Oh wait, did you set up? No, you probably haven't done it yet.
What?
The kill bot.
No, I haven't. Because it was complicated, and I just decided.
That's fine. That's
it's
fine. It's fine.
meh.
We switched to YouTube last second. It's fine.
Yeah. No. Well, not only that, but I deleted it in Nightbot too because it was just complicated and overly so.
I got you. It's fine. It's fine. Like Hawkins gets a kill bot actually, and then
yeah.
Darius gets how
I got
many?
3.
Several. More than I can keep track of because it's less numbers and more like the way that I'll explain the way the swarm rules work later. But right now I need a systems test from Callister.
Okay, let's go, baby. Come on, baby, let's go. All right, yes, I rolled a 3. Let's go.
Okay, so despite the re-entry and the turbulence that you're dealing with, you are able to engage your thrusters enough to stop the just free fall spinning as you kind of regain your bearings and are now just falling, but you're falling straight down at least.
Right, it's kind of like the Interstellar where like the ship's just like
yeah, kinda. Yeah, pretty much.
Like upright. Got it.
Okay.
Come on, we got this, baby. Let's go.
It is your turn, so if you would like to use your repair nanites, you are more than welcome to do so.
I would like to use my repair nanites
Okay.
at this time.
So,
How do I do that?
as you, it's 1d4 plus 4. It's basically just, it's the same as a healing potion, in D&D. So, as you are able to regain your bearings, you hit one of the buttons on your cluster, and it releases out of a shoulder compartment of your mech these tiny little nanite, like nanobots, as they kind of swarm around your mech and attempt to repair some of the damages caused. And you can elect.
I don't have a D4.
You can elect to have this repair go towards your HP or your armor.
Ah, I see. My armor is completely depleted right now.
Yep. And your HP is at 3, so I mean, either way.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so I got 3 on that roll.
Okay, so plus 4, so that's 7 to repair. To whatever you would like to repair to, which you can fully repair your armor and 1 point of HP, or you can stack your HP up 7. However you want to dally that, dilly dally it up. Dilly dally,
Nope,
however
dally.
you would like to however you would like to dally that up.
Let's replenish all of the shields, and we'll give 1 point back, so I have what, 4
Sweet.
hit points?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
P.S. Matt,
Absolutely.
I know that that's not the way that they actually work, but it's the way that they work in my game, so.
They work here just fine.
That's how they work here.
It's how they work
That's
here.
how mine
They
work.
work
All right, that's how my ships work.
This is
all right?
how my
Yeah,
shit works. Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool. So with that, that's your use action, and you used an action to stabilize yourself. So that is your turn,
Absolutely.
unfortunately.
Nope, that's
Um,
perfect. We're back
no,
on track.
Faz is going to
Yep.
get a rule named after her. at some
I just
point.
want to get on the ground. I am tired of being in space in this.
Speaking
weird
of
mech.
which, Light Rider, I need a mobility test from you as you are free falling towards, you are now in atmosphere and coming into contact with the storm that's brewing on planet. So I do need you to go ahead and roll a mobility test for me.
Well, I am mobile because I got a 5.
Sweet. So you manage to avoid the lightning strikes as they arc through the clouds upon your descent and are still just free falling. Free falling. Okie dokie.
I like the visual effects. That was nice, JD.
Back at the top of the initiative order. First of all, how are we
Light
feeling?
switch raves.
Are we feeling good?
Good.
Sweet.
Three
Okay.
lights.
Hawkins,
Great.
what are you doing? You've got now this swarm of these starfighters coming down at you, and you are entering into the storm. At the top of the round, I do need you to go ahead and roll a mobility test as well, and then you can tell me what you're doing.
13. Oh, just barely passed.
Woo!
Oh, fuck.
So you
Oh, God.
also experiencing the turbulence of atmospheric reentry in this somewhat foreign, somewhat familiar mech, and are able to pilot it away, knowing the value of the cargo that you have attached to the back of this thing, and are able to navigate through the storm without encountering, dealing with any of the lightning that is arcing through the sky.
Perfect. Oh yeah, we don't have those. I guess I assume they're far distance from me right now.
At this point, they would be within a near distance of all of you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're reachable.
They're on top of you. They're
As we're going through this storm.
they are barreling down on you. They've been barreling down on you since you were getting out of the
Knee-high
ship.
to a grasshopper.
Yup.
Does it take an action to flick the scythe out?
Nope.
Sick. Gonna use that.
Cool. Go for it.
Love
Always
that.
fun.
Power
Always a good time.
test.
Shit. Oh, pass. 15.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Good job. Hey.
Okay.
I thought I was like pass. Wait, +2. Shit.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Now I remember why I didn't wear that helmet anymore.
Why is that? Oh,
Look at the front of my head.
Yeah.
7.
Seven.
There's a
Okay.
major pressure point up there.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, so all right. So you take the scythe, you flick it out, and just arc across the sky as several of these fighters just are barreling down on your position, and I get to downgrade that die, so that's good news for you guys.
happy.
Yes, these are good things that are happening. Yes. So, with that, are you just continuing your descent? Do you want to take a move action to speed towards your descent? As at this point, you will avoid an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, cool. So you speed, you turn around after just arcing through the sky and kind of tumble backwards, engage your thrusters, and just start to barrel through the storm, trying to avoid the lightning and get out of that as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, Darius, you're up.
All right. I am going to pull off some badassery.
Bring it on.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's see what the
So-
D20 has
so
to
there-
say about that.
Yeah.
they're all within still near distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna take the glaive, and I'm gonna take one big swipe. But with this swipe, it's gonna detach into the nunchuck.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's gonna separate in two parts, and it's gonna be
Let's
one
go.
big fail swipe at them. But
Yeah.
in the
Hell
same
yes.
movement, if we connect, and even after we connect, I'm going to reconnect the glaive and point it downwards as we're going towards the Earth, and just turn myself into a torpedo towards the planet.
Hey.
Hell yeah, I'm about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love
Roll a power test with advantage.
It's an advantage because she wants you to win there.
Yeah. Also,
It's a
Callister.
9.
Nice. Callister, go ahead and add a Zeta point to your sheet as well.
Oh.
A Zeta point?
Yeah.
Oh.
We still don't know how those are going to
Yep.
get
This.
used yet. So.
What is this?
Some bullshit.
Okay,
Knew we get
so
the first Zeta. Sheesh.
Zeta
oh
point
man,
my
that 9
wife.
just passes. Hell yeah, let's go. Okay, actually, Light Rider, I want you to add one to your sheet as well from your from
That's what I'm
last session.
talking about.
From last session. I meant to give it to you at the end of last session. I completely forgot.
Yeah, that's right. That's what your campaign wants.
That's
Okay,
some
so go
yeah.
ahead and roll your damage, Darius.
My damage is a D10. 6.
Okay, cool.
I see how it is, though. Ralph doesn't get a Zeta point for unleashing a wild, dangerous animal on the enemy ship. Jeez.
Okay.
He's a little teddy bear.
No, we don't want to reward bad behavior. Okay?
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Academy's fine.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, easily enough. You take out probably like 5 or 6 ships pretty easily, and are just at this point as the glaive reconnects with the rest of the weapon, you just turn it and start just barreling downwards towards the planet.
Right.
Cool, Ralph.
Let's go.
Ralph, you're up.
So there's really not much left for Ralph to do other than just kind of jam the throttle as far forward as it'll go and just try to catch up with everybody on re-entry.
Yeah, easy
this
enough to
point.
do with 2 move actions per turn. Yeah, easy enough to do. You can very quickly catch up. And you are within range to attack, so.
Okay. One, I hope this tiny thing can survive atmospheric turbulence.
Go ahead and roll a d6 and see if you get your heat-seeking missiles back. 5 or
roll a
6.
D6?
Yeah, 5 or
Okay,
a 6, you get your missiles back.
I got a 6,
Nice. Okay, so you do have your heat-seeking missiles again.
but we're on re-entry. Are they going to be affected?
Well, you can find out.
I'm going to stay with the chain gun, I think.
Okay.
You just gave her an idea.
Yeah, I'm going to stay with the machine gun.
I rolled a 1 on mine, so they don't get theirs back. Okay.
7
for
on
it.
a power test.
Awesome.
So
Go ahead and
that
roll
passes.
damage.
What's the machine gun? It's going to be my hit die still?
Yeah, we'll say it's your hit die. It's fine.
Okay. It's a shame it's not a heavy weapon. I could get my +2 on it.
Yeah,
Where'd my D10 go?
I ate it.
Nom.
No.
Nom 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 nom.
Well, let's see. If I use this one, it does look like a giant cube of meat. So
Meat cube.
Tasty
I'm going to use
delicious.
that one. It's in my hand now.
Yes. I'm about it.
Specialty cubed meat.
5.
5? Okay, cool.
I'm about that.
Not enough to take a bunch of them out, but let me boop. Yeah. You kind of spray and pray into this swarm, and definitely nick several of them. Yeah, exactly. Definitely nick several of them, but some of the bullets just bounce off of their energy shields and kind of ricochet in between, ineffective. So
Gotcha.
you do some damage, but not a lot.
Do is right.
You do some damage, but not a lot. Okay, with that, it's Ed's turn. As Ed at this point is free falling towards the planet, and is yeah. So as he starts to free fall with you guys, dealing with the planetary re-entry, dodging through the lightning, pulls out of the thigh compartment of the mech what looks like a grenade, and chucks it up towards the swarm. Less of a chuck up and more of just like a just hold it there and boosts himself backwards. And as the swarm barrels in, this just bright light explodes in front of them as he uses a flashbang. So now they have some disadvantages imposed upon them, which will be good for you guys. With that, he is going to take his 2 movement actions to just torpedo his way onto the planet, actually bypassing all of you at like just Mach speed, and creating all, like, not quite a sonic boom, but you definitely feel his presence as he flies by, lands on the planet. And as you come out of the clouds, you see, just because Elnax is a desert planet, you see just this massive sand cloud upon impact. And as he falls, debris starts to fall and just exacerbates just this massive sand cloud that you're gonna have to deal with. With that is the swarm's turn again.
God damn it.
And half of them, at this point, barreling down to the planet, realizing how close they are to the surface. You see some of them that were not already transformed begin to shift and change and transform into these mechs. Mm-hmm. So,
Who told you could do that, damn it?
Says the guy pulling everything out of his mech's behind.
right?
So right now we have two out of the three.
As far as you know, yes. Correct.
Yes, Ashley, fighting.
In space.
Well, we're not in space anymore.
Now we're on the ground. We just landed in a
You're
giant
about
poof.
to be. You're about to be on the ground. I need
I'm about to
Hawkins,
face
Light
plant this
Rider.
planet.
I need all of you guys to make
do you
mobility
want?
tests. Mobility
What you
tests.
want?
Callister, you're at
Boom,
advantage.
I got a 2. I'm mobile.
Darius, you
Yeah,
can substitute
yeah.
your presence if you'd like.
Blah.
Mine's a
No, I'm good.
pass.
I pass.
Okay.
Passed.
Pass. Callister.
Oh, pass.
Okay. Everybody passes?
Mhm.
Cool. So,
Narrowly.
yeah. Yeah, I need to roll that. Okay, cool. We're good there.
That
So,
much I get. Well, that's all you need to know, Wolfie.
You're up to par.
as they transform into these mechs with just, it seems like the wings from the starfighters less mold into their shape and more just become part of the like arms of the mechs, and they take this like slicing gash through the air, and like with several of them doing this, you see as it is definitely not just a regular like gash through the air, and you can see the trajectory of what looks like a wind blade coming at you, but you're able to dodge out of the way just with the proximity, as well as just the free fall and all of the debris and everything intercepting through it as well. So with that said, that brings us back to Callister, who, as this happens and you are able to shift not only yourself, but your cargo, luckily enough, behind the cover of a piece of what you assume to be ion emplacement salvage, it actually cuts through a piece of the salvage, narrowly missing you as you plummet into the surface of the planet, creating this giant dust cloud around you, not far from where Ed landed moments ago. So what are you doing on your turn? You are now on planet.
How far are they away from me? How far are the enemies away? And do I see any other of the other mechas?
I would say that everyone, allies and enemies at this point, are within a near distance of you.
Okay, and everybody's on the ground, or?
Not yet. Ed is the only
Not
one on
yet.
the ground. You and Ed are the only ones on the ground currently.
So you
Okay,
said
got it,
all of
got it,
our
got it.
enemies, and how many enemies are near us?
It's a swarm that's coming down towards you. It's less of how many and more of just the fact that there's just an immeasurable number of them at this point. From what you can see, there's a lot.
Okay. So knowing that they were most likely probably like heat missiles that hit me,
Mm-hmm.
just because I know that I was cloaked in there, I don't want anything to happen to the Lodium, so I'm going to break off from it and use my movement to like head completely like perpendicular away from the shipping container.
Okay.
And then can I fire off some micro missiles?
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
Cool. How do I do that then? As a system, test system?
If that's what it says, then yes.
Yes.
Yep, test system.
Okay, cool. I rolled a 10, my system is a 12.
Okay, nice. So you can do 1d4 to multiple enemies, or actually just go ahead and do 3d4 and tell me what you get.
Okay, got it. So what is that? That's 1. That's 2. And another 2.
Okay, so
Okay,
5
if you roll
total?
1 through 3.
5.
5 total. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So as you launch the micro missiles out towards the swarm on top of you, several of them impacting and exploding, but not quite to the effect that you're used to. It seems that these things are built with some sturdier stuff.
Wrong thing.
Okay.
Rip.
It's meant to be this one.
Pretty
There
much.
we go.
Okay. Light Rider, it is now your turn as you find yourself careening towards the planet and are able to land safely with a massive dust cloud coming up out around you.
Well, I would see it as that my gig is I need to get back to we need to get back to base.
Mm-hmm.
So do I have a beat on where that is? I assume I would know right where it is. How far away from our base are we?
At this point, because you are now on planet, I would say that you would definitely have comms restored to the base. So if you would like to call for reinforcements, now is the time to do so.
Light Rider to base, come in. We're kind of in a pickle.
You hear Scout Leader Bon come over the comms. Explain, Pickle. Do you?
We have how many would you say?
Does
coming
this
down on us?
is this the massive energy reading that we're picking up over here on our radar?
Yep, and it's not us. It's what's chasing us.
Okay, cool. We've already sent units 12 and 4, or at least what's left of them, over to your position. So they'll be there soon.
Aren't we 12?
Or sorry, 4 and 11. My bad.
There
4
you
and
go.
11. Thank you. Units 4 and 11 are heading to your 20. They're headed to your
Roger.
20 right now.
Thank you. So how far away from there are we?
You're probably about 2.5 clicks away, give or take.
So I would think that we need to make. Oh, well.
And what are we calling distant? Is distant about a kilometer?
Distant is
A parsec.
Well,
Parsec.
yeah, I would say
Now, don't stop that again.
distant is about half a click. So, give or take.
So
Okay,
should we
so
try
we're
and
looking
make
at about
contact
5
with?
movements.
Correct.
Maybe our commander should make contact with the other squads and figure out maybe we could rendezvous with them.
That's what you want to do. Okay.
Do I do it
It
now
was a
or on my turn?
suggestion.
Okay. I mean, it's still
We
your
should
turn if
probably
you
do that
want
now,
to.
right? I mean, we should probably do that as a team, like maybe. Yeah, no, I don't know. What would you say there?
I don't know if I'm supposed to speak now or on
You
my
can,
turn.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Go for
cool,
it. No,
sorry.
you're good. You're good.
Yeah. No, get going and get meeting. You have the payload, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I have both of them. I
Get
have
going.
2 out of 3.
Let's. Would we know the direction they would come from approximately?
Or
Or would that be a little rough to do from how we just
with the
spawned in?
interference from the dust cloud and the storm. I would say that comms are staticky. You have like a general direction ish, but you're not certain of the exact coordinates from your current position.
Maybe we should head towards base and see if we can meet up with them along the way.
Oh, that's what I was asking, if we know where base would be from our current spot.
Yeah,
I mean,
east-ish.
can anyone roll a systems?
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go
do
with
this.
this.
East-ish.
Let's head east
Yeah.
Okay.
and pray.
Okay, Light Rider, it is still your turn if you would like
So I'll
to
use my
attack.
jump jets and we'll head east.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So go ahead and roll your reactor die for me.
Yay, I got a 4.
All right, awesome. So you are good to go. You take your jump jets and you very easily just jettison your way eastward towards where you assume the base is, give or take.
Oh Lord, he running.
Oh, Lottie, he running. Okay, Hawkins, you're up.
Okay, am I still in the air or have I landed?
You, at this point, at the top of your turn, would land planet side.
Oh, another happy landing. All right, I'm just gonna like hit the jets and gun it.
Okay.
After Light Rider.
Okay, cool. So do you want to use both of your actions to move?
Yes.
Okay, so then I will need a reactor test.
Shit.
Thought
that
about
is-
it. Chose.
Chose wrong. That's a D8. Correct?
Yes,
Correct.
D8.
Bam. 6.
Okay, you're good. So easily enough are able to hit the ground and start following after Light Rider, who is considerably speedier than you because of his jump jets.
Yeah.
But
Can
you
I
you'll be good.
radio Ed to kind of?
so svelte.
Well, I guess I'd have comms with Ed and Ralph, correct? Not the other two?
Yeah, you have comms with everyone except for Callister and Darius.
Okay. I don't know if they heard Go East, but now it's Go East.
Okay, cool. Ed comes over,
Get
comms
on.
10-4. So yeah, easily enough. Darius, you're up. You at the top
Okay.
of your turn land planet
Smash
side, unless
into
you
the cloud.
choose not to do so, which I mean, it's gonna be a whole thing to keep your jets engaged. But
Yeah, I think superhero smashing right into the planet's great.
cool, just slam right on in. Massive dust
Yeah.
cloud erupts around you.
In the same moment, snapping my glaive and putting it back in its place.
Okay.
Now, what kind of visual aspect do I have on them?
Not shit. But you
It's
can roll a systems test to see if you can ping some get some positional pings.
Is that like a normal move we can do? I'm sorry to interrupt. Is that like a normal thing we can do at any point
In
on our
these
turn?
conditions, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean,
Thank you.
Yep.
Ralph would also still be in the air since he's
Ralph
a
is still in the
fighter.
air, correct? Yeah,
Right.
because you're in
So-
a fighter jet.
Maybe he's slightly more visible since he was coming down pretty much with Darius. So
No, there is
No.
like I mean
too
at
much
this
I'm
probably
point
getting
much
there's
for
had
that
1,
dust
2,
cloud, right?
3, 4, 5 mechs and a shipment container full of lodium stirring up dust everywhere. So even at this point it's getting to like almost low stratospheric level.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna try and ping.
Okay, go ahead and roll a systems test for me.
This is gonna suck.
No, positive thinking.
No, what'd you get?
An 8, damn it!
Oh no!
you're at
My
8,
system
aren't
is
you?
an 8.
System is an
Oh,
8. Oh, damn.
You spoke that into existence.
Ooh.
Okay.
See, that's the only downside. We don't have the bot. I can't like redeem points for.
Yeah.
The
I need to.
damage,
I'm
yeah.
gonna integrate that into Stream Elements, like as a store thing.
Feels like I can't save us with all of my points that I have saved up, and that is a
Pretty much.
travesty.
Wait, I'm gonna go to Fraz's channel. I'm gonna.
Way to be
So-
over on Twitch. Do it.
Yeah. So I will say that you can still attack. It will just be at disadvantage.
I
would
want
like
to
to
move
do
to
that.
cover.
Okay. Easy enough to do is there's plenty of debris that has fallen at this
Exactly.
point.
I
Yeah.
want to get cover to kind of let the cloud die down and,
Okay.
and get a visual on the
Okay.
rest of these guys.
Awesome. Sounds great. So you go ahead and take the rest of your turn to do that. Ralph, you are up. You are still flying this this fighter jet. What are you doing?
Does this thing by chance have any kind of flare or any type of signal I could put out as an active ping?
I will say that just because of the nature of the salvaging / reverse engineering of it, probably already has a tracker in it.
I was trying to think if there's any way that Ralph could shoot out some kind of quick signal while on the move to try to give an indication to anybody to follow without being too much of a thing.
Hawkins and Light Rider would be able to follow you because
Well-
you would show up as a blip on their dashboard, but unfortunately, as far as flares or anything like that, one, probably not going to be visible, between the dust cloud and the storm. Two, you have no clue where those controls would be.
Okay. So at this point, I mean, Ralph can't do much. He was gonna try to, like, if he saw either of the cohorts coming down, just give him a wingtip to kind of give him a hint to follow. But since he can't see them,
Yeah.
he's just gonna
They
basically.
they show up as blips on your map, but that's about it. Like on your radar, they show up as blips, but that's about it.
Yeah, and you can't see a wingtip on a blip.
Yeah, exactly. So
So Ralph's gonna just basically try to book it, after Hawkins and Light Rider at this point.
okay, yeah, easy enough to do.
Ralph right now.
Yeah. Do you want to take an attack action? Because you get 2 movement actions immediately on your turn, just in general. But if you want to take an attack action, also you can do that.
I think using the Heat Seekers would be a good idea while we're going through this.
Go for it.
I'm gonna launch those bad boys.
I believe that's systems ?
Does it say?
Mobility or system. So yeah, go ahead and
Okay.
either well, no, for you it's a power test. Duh. Sorry.
Yeah.
Power test.
Which is a pass.
Mm-hmm.
And then we roll another D10.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 7.
Okay. And that downgrades again. Fucking sweet. So as the heat-seeking missiles lock on to, you see multiple targets light up on your radar cluster, and yeah, just and you kind of hold for a moment, just kind of not necessarily instinctually knowing, but just something kind of clicks in your head, like, okay, hold on. I think I need to hold for a second, as they lock on, and immediately as they shoot out into the zero visibility, you start to see flashes of orangish, reddish color that is definitely different than the lightning strikes that you're seeing around you. So,
Sweet.
yeah, you took out a good chunk of them there. Good job. GG's. Okay. Ed's up. So Ed, at this point, hearing you come over comms and say head east, takes a just leaping jump up into the air, is gonna try and clobber, is gonna try and gonna try and grab on to one of the fighters.
Do it.
And see if he can just ride it, essentially. So that's fuck, I don't even know.
Fighter, rider, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so because I don't actually have stats for Ed, it's just hit like a stat block. I just rolled a d20 to see if it would happen, and it fucking does. So just takes like you can't see him, but like if you could see him, and for narrative purposes, the camera sees him do this.
Okay.
Just squats down and just springs up, and leaps like probably a solid like couple hundred feet up in the air, and just grabs onto the wings of this fighter and starts kind of like trying to careen and maneuver it towards the rest of the swarm, and successfully manages to get it close enough to where he lets go, falls down right next to you, Hawkins, and you just hear in above you in the distance a little bit behind just this massive explosion as like 4 of them just
Nice. Ed's a freaking madman.
hell yeah.
Right?
He doesn't need stats. He's just the god.
Reckless as shit is what I
Yeah.
was told. So
Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?
okay. With that said, is the swarm's turn again. I get to see.
I don't think even Jack was that
Nope.
maniacal. Quinn
No.
is that maniacal.
Okay, so they don't get their heat seekers back, but we do have some mechs at this point to deal with. So, I already did that. Yeah, so, they are actually going to, all kind of converge on your position, Ralph, as you're kind of the only one that's still airborne at this point. So you've got
Oh heck.
Yeah, you've got several of these fighters that are just kind of converging on your 6 at this point. So go ahead and roll a mobility test for me.
Do. That is a fail.
Okay. So, lucky for you, their heat-seeking missiles didn't recharge, so it's just this. It's a puny 3 damage.
The puny puke.
Because I'm not in the mech, I don't have a shield, so what
Correct.
is my overall HP? Am I still just at 8?
You're at the HP that you would normally be at. So you don't have armor, just your HP.
Okay, so I'm still at 20
Yeah.
overall HP.
Yeah.
So.
Your HP is ridiculous.
Whoa, what the
Yeah.
hell?
Ralph is very
He's a
meaty.
Titan mech. Titan mech.
Big boy.
Beefy lad.
I don't like that the sound of that at all.
Okay. So that's them, and then I have to deal with the mech versions as well, which have now landed and are pursuing the rest of you guys heavily. Actually, some of them are going to converge on Darius. The rest of them are going to take their full turns to try and catch up to you guys. Do not succeed in doing
the
so.
dust cloud, damn it.
You have a reactor signature, and you're Aeon Tech, so yes.
Yeah. But
But I'm cute.
So half of
He
them,
has been screaming for the last 15
as
minutes.
they land on the planet, start bounding after Hawkins, Ed, and Light Rider, and presumably Callister. You don't know. And then like 5 or 6 of them land and just kind of surround you, Darius. So I'm going to need. What do I want to do? Go ahead and give me a mobility test, please.
oh my god.
Please, or presence, because you have your little thingy-majiggy.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this on presence.
Ow. Okay.
I just rolled a 1.
Nice, critical success. Okay, awesome.
Hell
So
yeah.
I'm out.
Dang.
yeah, so as they
Don't
all
stop.
kind of
Yeah,
hunker
yeah.
down on top of you and are trying to hit you with their wing blades, you just take this piece of salvage, this piece of this ion cannon, and just kind of bring it up over and like tortoise shell as this barrage of attacks just kind of lands on top of you. Okay, so with that, the other ones do not catch up to you, but they probably will next turn. And Callister, you're up.
Okay, so I've separated from the thing. What do I see? Like, do I see what's happening to Darius, or do I see anything?
Yeah, go ahead
in the
and
storm?
go ahead and roll a systems test for me, just to see if you can ping some
Okay,
folks.
I passed it.
Okay, cool. So as some blips light up on your radar cluster, and you see several above you, and several on the ground behind you, but gaining quickly. As far as like actual visual, ain't shit.
Right.
You got nothing
Okay,
right now.
so there's some coming at me, towards me, so I would be in between, like, the Aeons and everybody else.
Yeah,
then,
you're
heading to the base?
essentially in between the Aeons and the Sabers right now.
Okay, got it.
You know that there's a scout base somewhere on planet. You're not sure. You have no idea where it is.
Okay, and how many are heading towards me?
Several. I don't have exact numbers. It's a swarm. So.
Okay, so it's still a swarm.
Yeah, it's still a swarm.
I want to, like, dive in and try to take any of them head on. Then,
Okay, cool.
probably.
Yeah.
Can I do that, or
Yeah. No,
I probably
absolutely.
wouldn't want to do that, though, right?
It's
Since
totally
it's
up
like
to
a
you.
swarm?
Totally up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Oh, I was gonna do it if it was like 1 or 2, but if
You can
it's like a
totally still do
full-on
it. Swarm. The way that swarm rules works is interesting in this. So if you want to do it, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. I guess I'll just
Okay.
stop and like bear down and pull out the comma and the Uzi.
Sweet. Are you still cloaked?
And the Uzi.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay, so your attacks will be at
It's the
advantage.
Kamuzi combo.
Cool. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
you can use a use action to use your Uzi if you want, your submachine gun.
Yeah.
So you
isn't
can
that a
get 2
bonus
attacks.
Action?
Yeah, so essentially you can use your attack action to
Right.
attack with your commas, and then you can use a use action to use the submachine gun because of its property.
Right. Right.
Which is
exactly.
essentially a bonus action, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so one of the commas is held in one hand, Uzi in the other hand. The comma
Sweet.
like blade lights up bright red, and
Nice.
waits for the swarm to like hit him so that he can take an attack against one of them.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah, so go ahead and roll power tests for both of those. Add advantage because you are cloaked.
Okay. I got a natural 1.
Fucking sweet critical
Fucking
success.
hey.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Let's
That
go.
was
That
really
automatically
GG.
downgrades the
Bluey.
the thing. So sweet.
And newbies just spanking.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay, go
Love
ahead and roll at advantage for your SMG as well, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Ooh, not so good.
Double up, back to back.
Ah, not good. Neither of them are good.
Okay.
My power's so high
Yeah, it's real high.
/ low.
Okay, so go ahead and describe what happens as you enter the fray cloaked with your commas out.
Okay, so yeah, just kind of like bears down, kind of gets into that power stance, one leg behind him, and one leg kind of bent forward, and just like waits for the like rush of the whole swarm to like come across, and he just like pulls up one of his commas and lets it kind of like drag through the body of one of them as it like splits as it goes above him, and then he tries to get the gun out to just kind of spray upwards, and unfortunately it goes click 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 click, and like what the fuck, and like starts to like hit it.
Okay, awesome.
Shaking it around.
Yeah.
Right. But then stays in that same position and just kind of like holds ready to like turn around
Okay.
if they need to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna make it a little bit more epic because you
Yeah.
actually take out more than one with that
Oh, cool.
critical
Hell yeah.
success. So as you kind of bring down one of the commas, just like basically just splices one in half. You whip out the other one, and the chain that retracts between the two of them. You hear the clink 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 as it just swipes through several. You feel it stick, and you just yank it back towards you. And as you do, there's just a line of mechs that just get sliced right in
Nice.
half horizontally. Yeah, and just boom, 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 boom across the horizon. And as that happens, the dust cloud is beginning to settle now. So those of you who are within visual range,
See
which would be
better.
everyone at this point, you can start to see better. But you also just see, like, behind you, essentially, you kind of glance out of your periphery, just like this line of explosions that's happening behind you. You don't really you don't know what it is, whether it's enemies or friendlies, but you see a line of explosions happening out of your periphery behind you.
Hell yeah.
So, hell yeah! Fucking critical
Hell yeah, let's
success!
go.
Let's
Excellent.
go!
Good job.
GG's.
Good job.
With that, Light Rider, it's your turn.
All right, so what do I got next to me here? That's close enough for me to get at. I mean,
At this point, I would say that you have, you probably have a couple of these Veriform mechs in a near distance to you.
yeah. So let's. Why don't I just frag grenade them or
Yeah.
fraz grenade them? In
Go
this
for
case?
it. Absolutely.
Let's do that. Yeah,
Okay,
let's throw this
cool.
fraz grenade at them.
Yeah. So, they don't really have like a mobility test, so I'm just gonna say that you huck it in there. Go ahead and roll power. Or sorry,
So is a
your
one a good thing?
damage. Your damage. Wait, did
Is
you
a
roll
one
a?
a good thing?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, awesome. Okay, yeah. So another fucking critical success.
yeah.
Let's go. Also,
Let's
don't
go.
forget, you guys are
With the
doubling
grenade.
your damage, right? Like on the. It doesn't even matter. It's fine. It doesn't even matter.
Say
At
what?
this point,
Absolutely.
at this point, Oh my gosh. Okay, this is fucking epic, you guys.
There's two of them there.
I'm
I tossed
loving
a
this.
grenade with your name on it.
There's multiple
What happens?
behind you at this point, as they're just kind of converging on you from all directions. More coming down from the sky, transforming as they land behind you, just trying desperately to stop you wherever they can. And as you do so, you just kind of lob the grenade over your back, and it's almost as if time slows for a moment as all of these mechs just are converging on your position, and just this massive explosion where like 10 or 15 of them just explode. And actually, Ralph, as you're flying overhead, the upward lift of the turbulence from the explosion kind of rocks the cabin a little bit, and it takes you a moment to kind of even it out, but easily enough you are able to do so. And at this point, as all of you are kind of converging on this location together, Darius really being the only one lagging behind, kind of being accosted by several of these Veriform mechs. You see in the distance 7 mechs coming towards you. And you immediately recognize one of them as being the dual-piloted brawler chassis of the Ryu twins, as they are just running straight towards you with a band of sabers coming to rendezvous and reinforce your current position. And for the sake of brevity,
Better late than never.
over the next couple of minutes, you guys just start taking out fighters and mechs alike. All of you working together, back to back, shoulder to shoulder. Darius eventually manages to shake off his assaulters and rejoins around all of you. Another just massive maw beam unleashing from the middle of his mech and just lighting the sky with explosions as it destroys the last of the fighters. Ralph still piloting through all of this, also engaging heat-seeking missiles and machine guns. There's just explosions everywhere. And after the battle is over, you stand there with new friends and old, victorious. Not only in your mission, but against the assault party that was sent after you. And that is where we're going to take a break.
Now, I have to say, all I can imagine right now with Light Rider hoofing it and just tossing a grenade casually up in the air is just...
Yeah, yeet indeed.
Has anybody else played Worms?
Yes.
Like
Yes.
The holy hand grenade, and
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Dazzle.
Boom!
Yep. Shouting
my
out
gosh.
Kobe on the way. Kobe.
Ooh. My heart is racing, y'all.
A
Like
holy fraz grenade.
a holy fraz grenade. Oh my gosh, that was epic. I was worried for you guys
Fantastically
there for a
Yeah,
moment.
Nah.
shit, stuff got real sketchy there.
That could have been
We're
bad.
amazing.
So, let's go ahead and take like a 10-15 minute break. How are we feeling on time?
I'm good.
Oh yeah, green light.
Okay.
Getting a little late for the old
Is it?
me.
For the Canadians, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so
For the old me.
I got stuff to do in the morning
Okay.
very early.
okay, so
Should
can we
take a
take
short
a
break?
5 and then we'll
Yeah.
denouement and end the session? Does that sound good?
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool. Take a
Yep.
quick 5, get a drink.
I don't know what denouement means. It sounds
Just-
French, and I like
Absolutely.
freedom fries, so.
All
I was
right,
an early
guys.
adopter of freedom fries.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Okay.
Oh,
I
yeah,
had
let's go.
chili fries
GG's.
for lunch.
Yep.
Homemade.
So
It
we'll
was
take a
good.
quick 5, reconvene here at 5 till the next hour, whatever that timestamp looks for you guys, and we'll be back.
After
Cool.
these
Sweet.
messages,
Yeah.
Bye,
we'll be
chat.
right back.
kind of right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
3 hours.
3 hours
Just the right
feels
amount.
right.
3 hours is where I'd like
we're
to keep
doing
it.
a lot. There's a
Yeah.
lot happening, and I think that we like it's a nice note right here where we're at. If we can figure out a way to wrap it up, I think it's a cool place.
For sure. So that's what we are going to do right now.
I think you're doing a good job, sis. It's really fun. I'm enjoying it. It's good stuff.
For real.
I think any of the like little stuff that we were working out maybe on the first part of the season last time, I think we're really getting there this time around. So I'm having fun with it. Thank you guys.
Yay! I'm glad. I'm so glad. Okay, so with that being said,
except for MisterWisePork because he's shady.
It's the Wu-Tang hat, isn't
like the
it?
beard competition.
It's the Wu-Tang hat.
It's the Wu-Tang. I get it.
The redheaded beards are gonna have at it.
Right.
He feels threatened. It's okay.
Okay, so, so as the sounds and aftermath of battle starts to fade away, and what few of the fighters assigned to the Luminous Conduit retreat, seeing that they are clearly overpowered at this point. You all make your way back towards the lead scout camp, the forward scout camp on planet Elnax. Callister, interesting point for you. The rest of your squad, seeing the retreat of these fighters, having kind of hung back at your order, does descend on the planet to help you take the Lodium back. How does that look? Go ahead and just narrate that for me and what you would kind of walk through with that.
Yeah, so basically after everything's kind of said and done, Alistair like kind of just starts like sauntering his mech back over to the box and like kneels down to it to like disable the tracking beacon. The other two mechs come down, the TOS mechs come down. It just kind of like opens up the box, and pulls the stuff out, and looks over and is like, "Look, it may not be much, but I count this one as a win. I mean, we got plenty of Lodium. That's gonna be perfect for us for a while. So here," and he like slides it out. He's like, "Which one of you bastards are gonna help me carry this thing up there?"
Okay. And just over the course of a few minutes, Casey, and who's the other pilot in your squad?
Maxine.
Maxine. Okay, so Casey and Maxine both kind of just are like, you guys are all, like bumping knuckles, like kind of just nudging each other, like very celebratory, and knowing that while it's not a huge amount of Lodium, this will prove extremely crucial in your endeavors to repair what few mechs remain with your particular division of the TOS, and as they both kind of take their respective share, pack it into their cargo holds of their mechs, and are prepared to assist you into carrying it back to Slipstar, if that is your final destination.
I mean, yeah, I guess I just don't really know if there's any reason for them to pursue the other ships there. He kind of wants to. He's definitely like wants to see what's going on with it. So maybe tells them to take their load and kind of like will keeps his distance, but kind of follow back and try to follow the big group of obviously a bunch of other sabers and everybody, kind of just see what's going on with that group and just keep an eye on them from a distance.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Easy enough to do as you take a moment and they kind of help you. You take some time, which would account for the distance between all of you, to get out and make some kind of field repairs to your mech. just to where it's to a point where it's not going to overheat on the journey following following the rest of the group. And Casey and oh my gosh, what's the other one's name again? I'm so
Just
sorry.
Max.
Maxie. Casey and Max go ahead and they take their leave and head back towards Slipstar, which is not too far from here, but far enough that they'll be out of harm's way for the foreseeable future as you kind of trail behind the rest of the group.
Cool.
Darius, what are you doing?
So what? We're all just kind of like standing here right now.
Yeah, you kind of all just kind of formed like a circle, like shoulder to shoulder, as you were shooting down, aside from Ralph, who was flying above, just shooting down mechs and starfighters alike, and you know, through the final kind of last stand here, with this swarm of Aeons coming down on you. So at this point, you're all kind of just fresh on the aftermath of that battle and just kind of catching your breath.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Hawkins.
Okay.
And
I could use some of that lodium, but you could also use an extra pair of hands and whatever you have going on. Would you be interested in me joining your escapades for now?
He's kind of just gonna mull it over a little bit. Sorry, are we in the mechs or are we like talking?
You guys are in mechs still.
Cool.
Yeah.
He's going to radio over to Light Rider and Ralph and just kind of relay the message and wonder if they're okay with him joining up with us. Cause fuck it.
well, we know Light Rider's response.
I mean, at this point, Ralph's kind of been in the thick of it with the Chimera, at least through the first engagement here. He worked to help get the Lodium off the ship, so at the very least, in Ralph's reasoning, he doesn't see any reason to distrust them at the moment.
Listen, all I care about is completing the mission and us getting back to where we are supposed to be going to. So, if he's coming with us, let's go. Let's get out of here.
At the very least, we owe our new friend a drink after all of that mess.
Okay.
Alright. So yeah, he's gonna radio back to I don't know your Darius, I only know you as Chimera. Or do I even know your name?
Right. No,
I don't even know your name.
Yeah, doesn't even know because you didn't hear him say it.
Yeah,
it was just Light Rider who heard it.
Would I, like, being we're like close, do I need comms to talk to him?
Probably over like a PA or something.
Can I have something as a PA system, or like?
I would say if you
is
want
the
to use,
atmosphere good enough for me to crack a window and be
if
like,
you,
yo.
if it depends. Are you thinking about using the other thing?
No.
Okay.
Because I don't want to use
I think
that.
Okay,
I think
10
all
for-
suits have like
I don't
a
wanna use
projection
that, yeah.
system.
Yeah, I
Like
would
an
say
auditory projection.
yeah, for sure. There's definitely like a PA system, I guess is the best way to describe it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Right.
mean,
that only
it is
could be
possible to
heard
also
like
use
within
just
close quarter
open
kind of thing.
comms.
Yeah, really the only one who's like not like it would just be Ralph and Callister that are kind of like outside of the range of that right now. So
Right.
they're the only two who would need like comms in this situation.
I do need repairs. And that lodium is what I need to repair with. At least that.
Well, we can take you back to base and see what we can do about your ship, or your mech, sorry. But not a lot of promises can be made right now.
None needed. Let's get this repairs done.
Okay. the rest of the sabers who came to your aid to reinforce you at this point are kind of surrounding you, Darius, as you are definitely the unknown factor. They would also like half of them would like there would be 3 around you, Darius, and 3 around Ed, who's just
Oh, right.
in this other, like, they know that there were supposed to be like they assume that there were 3 mechs because they know that they sent 3 sabers up, but then they see the fighter kind of circling around over top, and like it kind of clicks for them, like, is this our pilot? Is this our person? Like, what is happening here? And after like just a moment of clarification, they essentially kindly, without restraint, take Ed and Darius into custody. So
Right.
and are escorting them to
About
base.
what should happen.
Yeah.
So, like, just before
Pulling a gun.
just
on me.
before I get like
I
detained.
think I forgot about that stuff just because we had to fight with him.
Wait, didn't you pull the gun on him?
Who put
I
the
don't
gun
think
on
now's
me?
the time to get into splitting hairs. I just think
Let's not
that
argue
we're supposed to.
semantics
Yeah, you're
right
right.
now.
Did you grab my hose earlier?
I think that,
There's a
Now
TikTok
listen.
about that.
So like just before as these other sabers like surround me to a degree, but
Mhm.
Hawkins is like still directly in front of me, I'm gonna reach out my hand very quickly so it like even like startles the sabers next to me.
Uh-huh.
They call me Chimera. You can call me Darius.
I think they're gonna call you under arrest. So
I'm sorry. That was like my whole heart there. I'm sorry. That was such a sweet moment. I love that. Okay. So, for the sake of brevity, Darius and Ed are escorted, and the Hawkins and Light Rider, you guys kind of take point. Ralph pilots the fighter to an uneasy landing, but effective. Doesn't manage to damage it, thankfully. And
Any
as
landing you can walk away from.
right.
Yeah.
So as the as you approach the base, you guys have spent quite a bit of time at this scout base at this point. But it seems that over the past few weeks, what you have been working with them to improve has actually come to fruition at this point, with the assistance of the additional sabers. There is almost a small city growing here. There's several buildings, outposts, science labs on the surface, and you know the extent of like the underground portion of it. But before, where it was just like a couple of bunkers on the surface, there's now what seems to be housing. You can see a small greenhouse with some vegetation growing inside of it. And as you kind of approach, you can see people walking about just around the general area. There's still some dust and dirt kind of rolling up into the atmosphere from the recent storm, and just the aftermath of this massive battle. But most of them are like, you know, wearing like desert coverings and things of that nature. But it looks like there's almost a small civilization growing on this planet that you guys have helped to cultivate. Between scouts and civilians and scientists and botanists, they're all starting to be able to really take root here and learn and grow.
Get
like
it, chat.
yeah.
Botanists take root, grow.
Yes. Learn and grow
Terraforming
and be more informed about things on the planet itself. So, as you all approach the bulkhead where the elevator to the underground area of this scout camp opens up, you all walk inside in shifts. It's not that big of an elevator, but it's pretty big. And, you know, a few of you kind of go down at a time. They take one prisoner at a time, at a time.
Yes.
And yeah, guest. And they take one person. They take one of the unknowns at a time, as well as a couple of you. And Ralph, as you're on foot at this point, there's an access, like a personnel elevator access inside one of the buildings. And Callister.
Right. Don't want to get squished.
Yeah, don't want to get squished. Callister, as you come up, having followed behind, you see as the last of the group, you see as they board this massive elevator at this forward scout camp, you see the elevator doors close and the bulkhead lower. And now you know that that's where they are, is underground somewhere.
Got it. Cool.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah. The rest of you the rest of you, thank you, meet up with Lead Scout Vaughn. Darius, your mech is contained. You are also contained, in a way, in a manner of speaking.
You cannot contain Chimera.
They certainly try, and they do a decent job at it. And as you kind of you all disembark from your mechs, you're greeted with just the celebratory atmosphere, as you have now given these people the resources that they need to be able to continue their work here. However, Hawkins, as you disembark from your mech, for a moment, out of nowhere, this sudden spike of pain infiltrates into your head, and you're confused and dizzy, and you kind of stumble, and you try to speak, but the words are jumbled, and the rest of you watch.
JD's thing?
He's back. The rest of you watch as Hawkins, clutching his head, collapses in front of his mech. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Oh my god.
Hey, let's go.
Cliffhanger.
Gotta end it on a cliffhanger. That's how this
my
whole
God.
thing works, guys. Come on now. I gotta
right?
keep you coming back for more.
Absolutely.
God damn it, Hawkins, get it together.
I don't know where I went.
You're back. You're good. You're back.
Yeah, a couple
So-
aspects,
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was a combat heavy session, y'all.
Yeah, that was
My
dope.
goodness.
That was
dope.
I liked it.
Oof.
Let's
Very
go.
good, yeah,
It
yeah.
was one hell of an encounter. Swarms
There
are
were some
fun.
badass plays. Yeah, that was dope.
Swarm rules are fun. I'll have to explain how that works on an episode of Mecha Hacked.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So surprise coma.
I'll tell you what, even with the technical issues, I have never had a tweet reach 300 views before.
Yeah.
You guys smashed the tweets today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Matt retweeted like all of our tweets tonight.
That's
So
great.
thank
Oh,
you,
sweet.
Matt. We appreciate
Nice.
you.
Appreciate you, fam.
Nice.
For real.
So
We won't throw your rules out all of the time.
not
just
all of the time, but just some of the
Just every
time.
now and
Whatever
again,
Franz
we'll-
is in charge.
Just every now and then. And Matt said, and I quote, "Never apologize for making something your own."
It
So
was fantastic.
Love it.
also, Ashney liked my tweet about moving over to YouTube, so that's cool. Yeah,
It's the play.
yeah, for real.
Speaking
it's the play.
of our issues, since we didn't have our intros at the beginning, do we want to do a around the table before we finish
Yeah, if you
tonight?
guys have announcements, Rest, if you need to take off, you're more than welcome to do so.
I do, unfortunately.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Bye.
No, you're good,
Bye.
buddy. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for coming
Yeah.
by.
See you, Chad.
Enjoy your
See ya.
coma.
Yeah, enjoy your
Have a nice
coma.
Ashley has a
See you in a
question.
week.
Okay, Ash has a question, and then we'll do Ed.
Who is Ed?
is so Ed is an NPC that is tied to Hawkins's backstory that we'll get more into next week. So yeah. Um,
Ashley watched the video from last week.
Yeah,
It's
watch last week's
It's up.
session. Silly Billy.
on
up
this
now?
channel.
It is up. Yeah, it went up on Saturday. I wanted to get it up by Friday, but sick, so didn't get it up by
Sure.
It's
Friday.
all good.
Nice.
Got it up by Saturday morning though. So,
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep. Sat there
um,
and watched that premiere. It was great.
yeah, this
Yeah.
week's will be up by Friday. I'm aiming for Friday at like 5 p.m. Eastern time. So, okay, let's go around the table. If anyone has any announcements, we'll do our intros again next week. Let's just get through announcements so that everybody can we can kind of
Nothing for me.
chillax.
Yeah, no,
Fantastic,
I'm
fantastic
gravy.
time tonight.
Sweet.
No,
I know
I
Theo
do have
has
one
some.
announcement. I
Okay.
have one announcement.
Go ahead.
Every single one of these people are stupendous.
Yes, agreed.
Stupendous.
Even the one who's
I
not
almost
here.
didn't
The
think
way
that
that
was going to
they
be a
did.
compliment. I thought for a second.
I held my breath for a second. I was like, this
Every
sounds
single
like.
one of these guys in here are stupid.
Now,
I
we're all
mean-
streamers.
Splendid.
Theo, I know, has an announcement.
Yes. Some of y'all know, some don't. I've been taking some time off because of a medical thing. I had injured my knee pretty nastily about 2 weeks ago. It's healing very slowly. The doctors are still looking into it, but I'm at the point where I can sit up straight. I sat up straight the whole session. Check it out.
Yay!
Yes.
So this coming Saturday, I'm gonna try to make a comeback to my regular streaming
Yay,
schedule. So
welcome
if you
Awesome.
guys are available,
Let's
You know.
get it.
Heck
more
yeah.
than free to hang out. I think
What time?
I'm looking at 12 noon Eastern Standard.
Yay.
So over on Twitch, tag below.
Awesome.
And I think I'm planning on doing some Fortnite. I know I gave an invite to MisterWisePork here. If he can join in, that would be fantastic.
Fucking tiny hand.
But yeah,
I'll be there.
That man. Oh God.
I love it so much.
Me here.
and Fraz, thank you for letting me let people know, because
Yeah.
you have all been extremely supportive when I hurt myself. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. This is
Glad to have you
not
back.
this is not just my thing. This is like none of this would be possible without all of you guys. So I want to make sure to plug you guys as well as much as possible, wherever I can. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Appreciate
So
y'all.
that is where we are gonna end stream for the evening. If we want to hang out in Discord, we're welcome. You guys are welcome too. Yes, Theo.
And actually, any of my YouTube streamer friends too are going to get special commands. They will get special shout outs for
Dope.
their YouTube channels instead.
Yay.
So I'm planning on setting those up.
Only like 70 more subscribers until I get a custom URL.
Yay.
Let's go.
Hit
This
that
is-
subscribe button. It's free.
Yep, hit the
Right?
subscribe
Free.
button. It's free. Also, hit the like on the stream,
Like,
please. It
like,
helps us
like,
reach
like,
more
like.
people.
Yay.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
If you guys want to hang out
absolutely.
in Discord, I'm going to hang out for a little bit. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next week. We'll probably be back on YouTube because Twitch sucks
Yeah,
right
why
better.
not?
now.
We love you, chat.
We love you,
We
chat.
love
Thank you guys
you.
so much for hanging out, and we'll catch you
Chat.
next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Right.